Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/familybirthcenter. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iron. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Are we a little bit late to the PSP Network football quintuple header party? No, I think we're right on time. It's the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show ahead of a Week 3 matchup in Minot between the Minot High Magicians and West Fargo Packers on the PSP Network. Hello and welcome to Dwayne Carlson Stadium alongside Bryce Gunick. I'm Owen Patterson on the call. Week 3 of the season, and Bryce, both of these teams facing 0-2 records. You said it last week. It's not time to hit the panic button for either of these teams. Still a non-conference play, but you talk to the coaches. You just kind of sense how these teams are. They feel like a win is almost necessary on this Friday night.
Yeah, 2 non-conference opponents again here in a clash here in Minot. You've got West Fargo. I mean, Owen, they can easily be undefeated 2-0. Single-digit 2 one-point defeats here to start the season for West Fargo. A little heartbreak for them, but a lot of good things they've been doing offensively. Look for them to get going here tonight. And Minot High was right there last week. They battled Cheyenne in a very close game last week, and Cheyenne gets that last possession. You know, it ran the 2-minute drill all the way down there, kind of spread Minot out and took the lead and just not enough time for Minot on that as Sutton ran out of bounds. They're trying to create such a tough play, but I still don't really see it as a must win. I know that sounds crazy. I know. Sorry, I do. But you're in that non-conference schedule, and they know they can. The conference schedule's ahead of them. They want to be healthy. They want to continue developing these kids that haven't had a lot of experience. So look for that, and I think we're in store for a good one tonight.
We start, as always, with the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Your locally owned oil change headquarters. With 25 years of the Lundins taking care of people, they make local actually matter. Not to mention, it's a 15-minute stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change service located, 2 of them here in Minot and a few more in Bismarck. You can also find out what they do online at VIOC.com. Let's start this broadcast by taking a look at the 3A football standings. 2 weeks in, we have a little bit clearer of a picture than we did last week, but still, of course, far from deciding playoff spots. Davies, Shanley, Legacy, Bismarck, the undefeateds, they're all playing each other tonight, Bryce. Things are really going to shake up on this Friday evening.
And, yeah, we're the late kickoff, so we're already glancing at these games, getting an idea of where they're at. I know Shanley and Bismarck are knotted up at 7 early. Davies struck first in that matchup in the Capital City versus Legacy, so we're going to have some clarity as we go out, as we're on the air and we continue to go through this game on some big-time matchups in the state of North Dakota.
Trying to find these two teams we're featuring tonight. West Fargo, the lone team without a win in the EDC. You just talked about it. Maybe it's not even a must-win today. Conference play is still so far from the Packers right now. 2 more non-conference games to go before getting to EDC competition. They're a team that has understood that even a losing record will get you into the postseason. They were a 2-8 team last year that made the playoffs, did the Packers, and how small the 3A class is. Meanwhile, for Minot High, they're kind of in just the normal group right now in the West region, finding themselves at 0-2, meaning, well, Minot High is not far from the pack at all.
No, absolutely not. And you said it best right there. The season West Fargo had last year, they found themselves in the playoffs, and I really believe they're a playoff team. There's a lot of kids back with experience. We're going to talk about a lot of them. Their skilled guys are some of the best in the state of North Dakota. And I really think Minot, as Sutton continues to develop and get his reps and the wideouts, you know, as he continues to go through and work with these guys, I feel like Minot is right there for a playoff spot out of the West as well.
There's a look at your 3A football standings. The whole class brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. When we come back on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll take a look at the keys to the game, some players to watch, and lead you up to kickoff a little bit more. West Fargo, Minot High, the late kick tonight in North Dakota on the PSP Network.
At the same time, or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
This page is in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
I can't believe I wrecked my car. There are some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance. Are you even a therapist? Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
It's the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
A fantastic crowd filing into Dwayne Carlson Stadium tonight. Bryce, 2 words for you, which drew a lot of people here. Taco tailgate tonight at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Were you a big fan of that?
We were offered it, but we had to get it on the air. We got to give the people the pregame show and get them ready for a big clash here tonight, or I would have partaked happily in some taco bar.
How about we partake in talking about some keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. We'll start with the visiting West Fargo Packers. This is a team that has so many skill position guys of very high talent. 2 guys are going to be playing college football. They're committed already to Minnesota State Moorhead. It's just about getting those playmakers the ball more.
Yeah, absolutely. Just elevating that passing game is what I'm going to be looking for tonight. You talked about it. It's the weapons. How about Scary? He takes it 89 yards to the house on the kickoff return last week. We know what Aiden Samick brings to the table. Future's bright. The Dragons got a couple really good guys, and they're what they do well in throwing the football in those 2.
So West Fargo can claim they have a lot of speed on their team, which they do. Minot High loves to say the same as well. Some all-state tracksters at wide receiver and corner. They're going to have to match speed with speed tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see in the back end. I'm going to be looking at the secondary for Minot High, see how many a team that really matches up will play that. They'll play that cover 0, and they'll show you that and that man-to-man look. It's going to be interesting to see. Going to need a big game on the back end. I'm looking at guys, Tegan Schindler. I'm looking at Pilata, Bell, try and create some turnovers there, try and limit some of the playmaking abilities that West Fargo brings to the table.
Keys of the game are brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. There's no other choice to seal their heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com or call Dylan today at 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is ready for the winter months ahead. New installation upgrades and all your furnace and AC needs. Again, call Dylan today at 222-2155. So many great football games on the PSP Network this evening. We're just one of 5 of them. Everyone else has already kicked off. Let's start in the small school class 11 or single A. Botno, Velva, Drake, Animus, Garrison. Some are saying Region 3 championship, and maybe there's a new champion in Region 3.
Yeah, I checked in on that one, and it's scoreless. It's 0-0 out there in Velva right now. They're late into that second quarter, so kind of has the feeling of maybe the team that scores first comes out with that one. I'm really interested to track that one tonight, and Botno's playing really well. Botno's a team, I don't want to say they're playing the disrespect card, but I think they're a team that could easily be in the top 5 poll easily. They have looked terrific this season. A lot of skilled guys on their team. The quarterback is it Marum? I hope I'm saying that right. Marum. Oh, I'm sorry. Marum's looked terrific for them.
In the AA and AAA classes, it's ranked matchups everywhere tonight on the PSP Network. A top 5 matchup at Sentinel Stadium, Minot North against the state runners-up from a year ago, Grand Forks Red River. In the 3A class, we already talked about those matchups between Shanley and Bismarck, Davies and Legacy. So why don't we just take a look at the statewide rankings according to the media? There was no change at all from week 1 to week 2. The media got it right last week. Davies number 1, Legacy 2, Bismarck 3, Shanley 4, and Cheyenne, who we had on the PSP Network last week, a win keeps them in the top 5 at 1-1.
Yeah, I've gotten no complaints there. Cheyenne coming off that big win. They find themselves still in their big win here at Dwayne Carlson. We saw that one. I think Shanley's kind of the wild card. What they're bringing to the table in the passing game, they're much improved this year. Interesting matchup tonight in Bismarck. That's going to be, that's a ball game right there. We're gonna track that one. And don't forget, we got 1 versus 2 tonight as well on the PSP Network. Davies, we know what they can bring to the table in the running game, and just what a night for some football, Owen. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and even though this isn't a ranked matchup, do not overlook
Correct.
what we'll have tonight between West Fargo and Minot High. We had a thriller down to the last second, literally, last Friday night, keeping everybody in North Dakota awake a few extra hours last weekend. We'll do so again tonight, an 8 p.m. kickoff coming up shortly on the PSP Network.
Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Another reminder, this is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network. Leading up to kickoff today in Minot, North Dakota. It's the Magi against the West Fargo Packers, waiting for the Magi to take the field once again. You know what, Bryce? Two of my favorite things, trivia and being optimistic. I have a trivia question for you today. Minot High 0-2 start. That hasn't happened in a really long time, but when is the last time they would have started off 0-3 in this program history?
I feel like my guess might offend some of the alumni that played football with Minot, but I got to guess something, and I think it was a long time ago is what my gut says. I'm going to say 1982.
A little too far back. It
okay.
was 1997. But you know I love being optimistic. You know what the Magi did that season in 1997?
Winning record.
They went all the way to the state semifinals and fell 1 point shy of a Dakota Bowl appearance. So how you start is not indicative of how you finish this season. That goes for both Minot and West Fargo. Coaches that have been here a long time. Jay Gibson, this is his 35th season on the Packers sideline as the head coach. He's been here, done that. This is not a time to stress at all for the Packers or the Magi.
Yeah, he's seen it all. 35 years. I was talking to you about that off the air. I'm like, you're 20, I'm 40. He's been doing this 35 years, over 200 wins. And I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. I know I'm sounding like I'm repeating myself. The panic mode's not there. These guys know what their football teams are capable of, and they're in for another dogfight tonight. And somebody is going to walk away 0-3, but somebody's going to get that all-important first win of the season as well.
Oh, we love talking about quarterbacks here on the PSP Network, and we have some interesting quarterback stories to get to in this matchup. We'll start with the West Fargo Packers, two guys that have basically shared snaps when you piece together the first two games of the season. Reed Kurzweig played the most in Week 1 against Bismarck High, a game that went to overtime. The Packers lost by 1. Then Ryan Camarillo, the starter in both games, played almost a full game against Legacy despite the last drive. Packers going to go with Camarillo. They like his running ability, what he adds in that dimension of the game, which West Fargo wants to establish early tonight. When you got two quarterbacks like that, sometimes you feel better. Sometimes you kind of feel like you're second-guessing yourself.
Yeah, you kind of get torn. Is it something where you're throwing a rotation in, saying, hey, you're getting this series, you get the next, see if some guy's going to go win and take that job. But Camarillo stood out to me last year. I thought, and it was his feet. Getting outside the pocket, extending plays, making things happen with his feet. That's what he does best. And knowing the weapons that the Packers have, you really don't have to do too much. Get them wideouts, running backs, get them in space, get them the rock, and let them do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, passing the football has been difficult at times for West Fargo this season. Camarillo, 9 for 25 over the course of 2 games. Kurzweig, 11 for 20. But both of them have shown an ability to run the football at times. West Fargo has 2 great running backs to choose from as well. We'll get to that as the game goes along. Aiden Samick and Ashton Wiggestrand. For Minot High, their starting quarterback will make just his 3rd Friday night start of the season, Ryder Sutton. And the improvement we saw, Bryce, from Week 1 to Week 2 is very notable for this kid. 51 passing yards against Davies to 134 last week against Cheyenne. Not only that, the completion percentage improved by nearly 30 points, and the yards per attempt goes up by a whole 4. Ryder Sutton made a massive step last Friday.
Yeah, he played extremely well in that football game. Trying to develop those relationships. We'll talk about it a lot. Palada, Ludwig, look for Bell on the outside. A kid who can also use his legs. We talked about it. Using your legs, extending plays, getting out of the pocket, something we saw more of last week. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight from both quarterbacks. But I think if you're Coach Hendershot, you're very happy with these, like how Sutton's coming along and continuing to develop.
Ryder Sutton, your Planet Pizza player to watch tonight. Planet Pizza is the best pizza on the planet. They have been around for over 25 years in the Minot area, the largest laser tag playground in the region, and a giant lunch buffet. And they also deliver. You can call out 701-852-1700 to place your order tonight. This Planet Pizza bring you our players to watch. It's just about time for kickoff, but first the national anthem, a special military night here in Minot, as they did yesterday for volleyball on the PSP Network. We'll step aside our Valvoline International Exchange pregame show for the national anthem and presentation of the colors today at the Wayne Carlson Stadium.
Please turn your attention to the flag at the northeast corner of the stadium. Tonight's colors will be presented with help from the Minot High football team by the North Dakota Army National Guard. They are led by Sergeant Bram Johansson. We ask that you remain at attention until the colors have been retired. Tonight's anthem will be performed by the Minot High School Pep Band Trumpet Trio featuring Kemper Ottman, Sam Von Bolter, and Jasper Nelson. The Minot High Pep Band serves under the direction of Mr. John Spitzer.
financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finland Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Over 60 years combined experience in the field. Not only are we writing estimates, talking with customers, we're in the shop working alongside of our team members.
I've always had a very strong passion for repairing vehicles. I've been doing it since I've been in high school, and I've always enjoyed seeing the vehicle repaired back to the original conditions.
Thank you for the opportunity to serve the Bismarck-Mandan community for the last 7 years. We look forward to expanding into our new addition to better serve our customers, Centennial Collision and Paint.
Wrapping up our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show by looking at the starting lineups delivered to you by the UPS store located inside the Marketplace Foods Plaza on South Broadway in Minot, on Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7, and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. We begin by looking at the starting offense for the West Fargo Packers. They will start on the offensive line: Ethan By, Roman Medrud, Asher Poitra, Keaton Rod, and Keegan Gruby. No seniors up front for West Fargo, but Bryce, this is a coaching staff that believes they might have the advantage tonight, or at least they can set one against Minot.
Some great size on that line. Like we said, we talked about the weapons. Let's look at that battle up front tonight, see if that offensive line can get going, get some push here, get the running game going early for the Packers.
Obviously, a lot of the attention goes to the two Minnesota State Moorhead commits already at the skill positions. Senior wide receiver Ian Scarry, not only did he run back a 90-yard kickoff return against the Legacy Sabres, he also has 8 catches for 57 yards and a run for a 10-yard touchdown so far this season. Then in the backfield, Aiden Samick, a 100-yard game to open the season. He had over 500 yards last year, leading the way for the Packers on the ground. It's just all kind of names go on as well. Beckett Fowl, Joaquin Valdez. The Packers love the amount of players they can give the ball to.
And there's a guy we didn't even mention yet. It's Wiggstrand. Yes. With what he did last week. He was terrific in the backfield, scoring for the Packers. Some great runs from him. Another weapon added to this Packers offense.
I'm going to look at the Minot High Magician defense. DeMarcus Nelson, Risbert, and a new defensive end, Nathan Henderson, the senior, going to get the start. Jackson Dahl, we did receive some very positive news. It won't be a season-ending knee injury. There's a chance he could be back late in the year, but Jackson Dahl, the starting DN, he's out. Henderson is inserted. That linebacking core is strong as ever. Alexander Anderson and Gunville, and the defensive backs, Schindler, Bell, Ludwig, and Pilata. They'll have their hands full against the team that loves to run the football. West Fargo had a very much success against Legacy. They're going to be stacking the box tonight.
And there's a couple guys, we talk about Blake Anderson, rightfully so, running the football, what he's kind of known for, but his defensive effort has been terrific at that linebacker position. You know I love Alexander. Alexander was back next week. He is a playmaker. Got to create some turnovers in this ball game. Let's see what the Magi defense and Coach Fillion on the defensive side has in store for the Packers.
That was the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We're all set for kickoff today in Minot, and the first question we got to ask once we get to the game, are the Magicians going to kick this one to Ian Scarry? He's number 5, but you're going to notice him with the pink gloves.
Yeah, we're going to see. The Magi, they kind of split the kicking duties last week. We saw Anderson, and then we also saw
Connor Ramsbury.
Yeah, Ramsbury was in. How about that tackle by him? He 60-yard out, gets the penalty, but that was a big situation in that game. Held him to 3, but looks like Anderson's going to start with the kicking duties for Minot High.
He will, which means Minot's going to be kicking deep, and Scarry is back to return along with a teammate on this opening kickoff. Packers in the road white uniforms, gray pants, their first road game of the season. Green helmets to go along with it. Minot High in the all-maroon at home for back-to-back weeks here in non-conference. They open up with a home opener loss last Friday against West Fargo Cheyenne. Minot kicking from right to left. Anderson has it on the tee. We're all set to go on the PSP Network. They're all set to go down there. And we are underway with 3A football on the PSP Network. They do not kick it to Ian Scarry on the return for West Fargo, slipping past the 25-yard line, almost to the 30. That's going to be Isaac Blotsky, another senior back there. So some decent starting field position for West Fargo. And their starting quarterback, as we talked about in the pregame show, it is going to be Ryan Camarillo. Don't be surprised if you see Reed Kurzweg in the backfield. It's just a quarterback kind of carousel going on right now for West Fargo.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about Camarillo. He's going to extend the plays. He's going to run. Kurzweg kind of more that pocket kind of passer. He's a little more, stays in the pocket. So we'll see. It could change as the game goes along. But like you said, Camarillo is going to get the first series here.
The Aiden Samick, the running back to his right. West Fargo starts with a run play with Samick. He's going to get ahead for 5 yards. West Fargo, talking with Coach Jay Gibson before the game today, identified the number one key. The first thing they want to do tonight is establish the run against a loaded defensive front from Minot High, and Samick bust one for 5 right there.
And you got to love that. Great start there, great push up front. Nothing wrong with 5 yards of pop there if you're Coach Gibson there.
Now Samick gives him 6 on the season per carry with 30 attempts already. Goes to the left now of Camarillo. Takes another handoff. This time it goes ahead for 7 yards. Back-to-back carries like that gives you a new set of downs.
You see the patience there. The patience really stands out there. The slight cutback, great run, great first couple plays here. Call them drive starters here for West Fargo.
A first down and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Got Valdez split out to the near side. Scary to the top of your screen, the wide receivers for Camarillo. Should they try and air it out here? They will not. Keep it on the ground. Samick bounces to the outside, gets going downhill, past the 45 and out of bounds all the way to the 48-yard line. They're going to mark him down. Second and short coming up for the Packers.
It's the Aiden Samick show here early. It's 5, it's 6, this time almost 8 yards on that carry. Establishing the run, just like Coach Gibson said. Great start here.
They had a really kind of flew under the radar great running performance against the Bismarck Legacy Sabres last week in a loss at home. This time it's running back number 2 bottled up in the backfield. That was Ashton Wigestrand who gets tackled.
And that's Blake Anderson, kind of shot out of a cannon there. Read and react. That's what your linebackers have to do for a defense to be successful. Blake Anderson blows that one up, setting up a 3rd and about 3 for the Packers.
So the tackle at the line of scrimmage again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Right around midfield, the Packers have it. 3rd down and 3. Camarillo goes under center. Wigestrand, the tailback. Snap back to Camarillo. They're going to jet sweep it with Scary going the opposite way. Some misdirection fools the Magi. It's 1st down and 10, West Fargo.
Setting the edge there, it was Ethan By driving the defensive end down the field, establishing that edge. Big first down, keep the chains moving for the Packers.
Into Magi territory at the 45. West Fargo, you turn on the film of those first 2 games, they were able to move the football. It just got to 3rd down situations when they needed to throw it. Just were incomplete. Right now they haven't attempted a pass so far. Keep it that way. The patience you just noted, Bryce, is going to give Aiden Samick a 1st down run of 11 yards. Watch this one again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
You said it. I said it. It's the patience there. Let it develop. You don't have to rush it there. Aiden Samick already a number of times in this game. Another keeping the chains moving again here. It's the running game. Very impressive early for West Fargo.
Packers wouldn't have it any other way. This time it's a keeper for Camarillo. Trying to shuffle his way ahead, but will only pick up 1 yard. 2nd and 9 from the Minot 33-yard line upcoming. If you're a Minot defense and West Fargo starts to run the ball this much and this well on you in the opening minutes, what can you change right now on this drive?
I'm going loaded box. I'm loading it up, saying, hey, Camarillo, you're going to have to throw the football to beat me. I'm loading that box, trying to slow that running game any way you can. Maybe switch up the front, go to a 5-man front, Owen.
It's 4 down linemen right now. Samick, again, trying to get the edge. He's going to pick up a nice gain to set up 3rd down and roughly 6. for West Fargo. So here is the important part of these drives. The Packers at times were unsuccessful on third down and medium on drives that could have improved their lead against Bismarck and Legacy to start the season. Got to convert right here at the 30.
Yeah, third downs, we talk about them. They're so important, the conversion rate, trying, get that high rate of converting these third downs here. It's been a great drive starter, great starting drive for West Fargo. See if they can keep moving here on about 3rd and 5, maybe call it 6.
Chance they could go for it on 4th down as well. Camarillo will try that sweep play again to Ian Scari. Scari's going to juke a little bit. He's got the first down. Into the Serve Pro red zone he goes. Ian Scari just never stopped, even though he was hit about 4 times.
Kind of see the trend here. They really like that left side. It's the left side of this offensive line. It's Ethan Bai and it's Roman Medrud there on that left side. Medrud is a grown man there at that left guard position. They list him at 6'1", 290. They are getting quite the push there on the left side here early in this ball game for the Packers.
24/7 emergency service and trained technicians. It's Serve Pro bringing the Serve Pro red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Minot High running downhill defensively, but that's not going to stop Ashton Wiggestrand. He bounces outside the 10, the 5, the goal line. Down just shy of the end zone was Ashton Wiggestrand. 2 touchdowns against Legacy and nearly had another.
How about that? We talked about what Wiggestrand brought to the table last week. Picking up where he left off their great run, about 18 yards out at the 1-yard line. It'd be interesting to see as the game goes along, these adjustments that Minot High can make. West Fargo still hasn't attempted a pass in this ball game.
Already 4.5 minutes taken up on this opening possession. Wiggestrand with Camarillo. They'll give it to Ashton Wiggestrand, and he's got 6. A statement possession by the West Fargo Packers to open up the game today, Bryce. Wiggestrand finishes off a drive where we did not see a pass.
And we talked about the playmakers. It's Scari, it's Samick. Wiggestrand's getting into that mix now as West Fargo goes 70 yards just pounding the football to take an early lead in this one.
We'll kick extra points to the Packers. It's a good kick. And they will take a 7-0 lead. PAT put through by Wyatt Doctor. West Fargo, watch it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. A 1-yard touchdown score from Ashton Wiggestrand. All running the football for West Fargo early.
For a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
On the BNC National Bank scoreboard, 7:26 remaining first quarter. West Fargo 7, Minot High yet to possess the football. BNC National Bank knows you're busy. That's why they'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Well, the Magi, they got to be fired up by what just happened to them and get that offense on the field and send one giant punch back.
It better be. That's a statement drive. It's 10 plays. It's 70 yards. It ends up with Wiggestrand in the end zone from 1 yard out. And you said it. Talk about executing a plan there. That was done to perfection there. And it was between the tackles. It was on the edge. A little bit of everything there in the running game for West Fargo.
Doctor with the kickoff. We'll be saying by Tariq Bell at the 13-yard line. He's going to change direction, running back to his right, now going backwards all the way to the other sideline, and he's going to be tracked down eventually at the 20-yard line. I'm going to give that tackle to Wyatt Knutson for West Fargo. So first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Bell's going to go play wide receiver now for Minot. Ryder Sutton takes over at quarterback. And I think the one piece of the offense we haven't spoken about yet today is Blake Anderson, who had a massive game against West Fargo Cheyenne. He went for 120 yards against the Mustangs, just shy of a career high.
Yeah, and you see it. You know that his game, he's going to run hard between the tackles. He's going to bounce them outside when he sees that opportunity. We saw it a number of times last week. Look for them to establish him early.
4 wide receivers. One of them goes in motion. That's Corbin Kraft. Going to hand off to Anderson. Drag a couple of Packers with him on his way to a 4-yard pickup on first down. Hockton Seymour was hanging on to make that tackle. So Minot, who has to deal with injuries both defensively and offensively already in week 3. They lose kind of their fullback tight end combo in Jackson Dahl. They start 4 receivers, and that 4th guy, the new guy, Corbin Kraft, somebody who got into the mix last week instead of week 1 at Davies. You think he's got a pretty big upside?
He stood out to me, especially on the defensive side, and he's getting early reps here with the offense. Let's see if he can make the most of his opportunity tonight, a kid that's really elevating his game.
This time Bell goes in motion. Look at a screen to him. Ludwig sets up the block. There's no flag behind the play, so that's a first down for Minot. Got to be careful on those wide receiver screens, but Ludwig really set up this play.
Yeah, it's a great block on the outside, springing them loose here, moving the chains there for Minot High. That's what you say, get those playmakers, get them in space.
First down and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Ball on the near hash for Minot. Go in the pistol with Anderson right behind. Sophomore quarterback Ryder Sutton got the Packers to jump on the hard count. Get back out of the neutral zone. Handoff. Anderson to the left, trying to cut it back to the right, but there was a pile of people right in front of him. Trips him up the line of scrimmage, falls forward for 2.
Yeah, West Fargo very good up front, Owen, on both sides of the ball. You're seeing it here early, the great size. The guy I'm watching, Seymour's really flying around here. That linebacker position for the Packers, number 3.
Get that starting unit in just a moment for West Fargo defensively as they prepare to defend a 2nd down and 8 from the Magi. Anderson takes the carry, gets the line of scrimmage, tripped up, and the Packers just everybody flowing to the football right there. An extra effort at the end. Ball came out. They say Anderson was down. We haven't seen a signal yet of a fumble. West Fargo had a pretty clear and obvious recovery. They're going to mark Anderson down at the 44.
Yeah, you'd love to see that 3rd effort from him getting a few yards there, but the football comes loose. But like you said, they did rule him down before the ball came out, setting up about 3rd and medium here for Minot High.
That defense, as promised, Tim Walla, Wyatt Knutson, the defensive ends, Keegan Gruby, Cesar Carvalho, that defensive line you just talked about, Bryce, Seymour, Samick, Young, the linebackers, and Asher Poitra in there as well, Scary, Simic, Fow, and Samick, the defensive backs. Sutton drops back to pass. Now he's going to step up to the line of scrimmage and tuck it and run towards the sideline. A stiff arm to stay up. Eventually goes out of bounds at the 45, a gain of 1 yard for Sutton.
Great pursuit there is Gruby up front there. Kind of pushed Sutton outside the pocket there. Only managed a gain of 1 there, setting up a big 4th down early here in this first quarter.
Minot will decide to go for it. You miss, he set up West Fargo in plus territory. Need to get to the 48. They put Gunville in the backfield with Sutton. And now he's just going to pooch punt. Not a great punt anyway. It honestly could have been blocked right there in the backfield. So fast for West Fargo was Cesar Carvalho. And it's going to roll to a stop at the 38-yard line. So Minot.
They're very fortunate to get it away there. They decided to do that little pooch kick with Sutton there. They were fortunate to get it off there. It looked like it might have been tipped. I'm not really sure, but really good field positions to start out this drive for West Fargo.
Last drive went 70 yards to the house for the Packers. Piece by piece in the running game. They'll start out at the 38. Starts with a run play to Aiden Samick. And he is brought down after a gain of 2. Caden DeMacus. Let's stop. I'd like to thank another sponsor of ours on the PSP Network as this first quarter starts to wind down. Minot State University, with more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education. MSU grads get jobs, period. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. That's Minot State University.
Homecoming week, Owen. I know you'll be down there tomorrow. Big game.
Starting out with some volleyball earlier. That's going to be a full start against West Fargo. Got Liam Fisher playing right tackle right now. And he's the one that was leaning.
Be big here. We see a lot of these procedure penalties really early in the season. You'll see a lot of those. But anything Mount High can get West Fargo second and long, maybe third and long, and maybe force them to go to the air is huge in this ball game.
And now would be the time for West Fargo to try out that passing game unless they want to stay true to that rushing offense. 3 receivers near side. Camarillo, a play action pass. He's going to go to the lone receiver on the far area of the field. Missed Hawkins Seymour just short. Be third down and very long.
You see it, they kind of roll him out there. That's kind of a dangerous pass there. It looked like Bell had jumped that and had an opportunity to maybe make a play, force a turnover on that one as it sets up third and long.
Camarillo in the first half last week against Legacy, 3 for 11 through the air. Did improve, though, in the second half before leaving with an injury on the last drive. Third down and 13 officially from the 35-yard line.
You got to
get some movement
there.
again.
Yep.
I think they're looking at that right tackle. Liam Fisher, a second time in this drive. It's the difference in a play call from 3rd and 13 to 3rd and 18.
I'd maybe see. I'm kind of thinking they might just run a simple draw here and just try and get back on defense. They really liked what they saw defensively, that effort from their group, and maybe it's just a situation, hand it off, and maybe get lucky, pick it up. But
looks like we got another whistle, and the official's already mad at the band.
Oh yeah, a little warning.
They played the drums too long on third down after. I don't even know what the rule is right there.
Hey, home field advantage. Hey,
yeah,
let's turn it up. Let's play a little longer.
Into it.
Let's try and confuse the Packers. That's what Minot High's thinking.
Well, now West Fargo is huddling. The play clock is running under 20. Camarillo just ran over to the sideline to get a new play call in. It's still 3rd and 18. They went into like the same
He's got
formation.
A hustle here. It's already
down
at
to
10.
10.
Yeah.
They do change the formation, sprinting to their spots. With 3 on the play clock, Camarillo does take the snap. Throws down the sideline, one-on-one coverage. A catch was made. Was it in bounds? No. Just out of the boundary there for the Packers, so it'll bring up 4th down.
That's what you see from Coach Filling. You get in these obvious passing situations. He's going to bring pressure there. That was Alexander. Free run, A-gap. Camarillo did a great job getting that ball off, giving his wide receiver a chance, but it's going to be a punt here.
We're looking for Joaquin Valdez on that last pass. Packers get the punt away clean. Tegan Schindler back to return it, and his own 35. And not much of a return here, still fighting for yards, but Seymour in on another stop. Magi offense takes over. First down and 10, 3.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Saw a lot of Anderson on that first drive, and of course, we saw the most in that Cheyenne game, quick passing for Minot High. When do they let Sutton throw deep?
Yeah, we talked about the big arm that Sutton possesses. He's a talent, and they're going to have to buy some time. I know it was a quick drive, but I was impressed with it's been both sides up front here early for West Fargo in this game, dominating.
Bit of a high snap to Sutton. Still gets the handoff away to Blake Anderson. Bring it to the near side. He's got some room and extra yardage across midfield to the 40-yard line. Blake Anderson. Always wait for him to get that big gain. It usually seems that every other run is just about the same.
I'm going to get a little love to Sprague. Sprague was out there leading the way. And how about Tariq Bell blocking down the field, springing Anderson loose there. Big gain on great drive starter for the Magi.
Robert Spraggs called into action today as the starting fullback for Minot. Now a even higher snap. Sutton running after it to his own 40-yard line, and he goes down. Was unable to throw that one away. Ian Scarry, the safety, and now a flag after the tackle.
I think we got a taunting.
Scarry is a very energetic kind of football player. And after making a great play for his team, which was a loss of 29 yards, this taunting penalty is going to bring it pretty much all back.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a taunting. It's been a point of emphasis at the higher levels. I've noticed you'll see it across NFL and college, but. Oh, we got a holding. Oh, what a big break on that play. As there's offsetting penalties, a hold on Minot, a face mask on West Fargo. And after all that, that wipes out the huge loss here. And we're back to 1st and 10 for Minot High.
And it's like it didn't happen. Saw it again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay for 50 years. Trusted car dealership in Minot and Williston. On the ground, Minot goes again to Blake Anderson. Keep on moving to the 25-yard line. That will be a Minot first down.
And there you see the patience of Anderson kind of letting it develop. I love that. Pull Neff, pull that right guard, get him out in front, get him moving ahead of steam. It's been the Anderson show here on this drive.
He goes out. Jalen Gunville enters in the backfield for Minot. Load up the line of scrimmage with tight ends to both sides. Handoff to Gunville, met right away in the backfield, still able to get forward. Carvalho in the middle. He's not the biggest nose guard you've ever seen, but he's able to make a lot of plays.
Yeah, great pursuit there. I'm really impressed with the line here. I know Anderson's made a couple good plays, but great job up front here in this ball game to start on the defensive line for West Fargo.
Sutton will hand off to Bell running across the formation. Still going laterally, and he's now going backwards.
That's such a good play. Set the edge there. Force him back to the middle of the field. Terrific job there. Trying to get a number on who had the pursuit there for the Packers.
It was Beckett Fowl from up at the safety
number
spot.
11, correct.
Worked through one block, and he had Bell taken down for a loss of 3. So 3rd down for Minot. Wonder if this is anywhere near Blake Anderson field goal range. He hit a 42-yarder against Cheyenne. This one a little bit longer. Sutton buying some time. He'll scramble, move forward. A little bit of a slide step from Sutton, juking out some more. Now he's going to sprint to the near side 10. Riders, Sutton is gone. Touchdown, Minot High.
Oh, and P, give me all of that replay on that one. Look at the move. Just a number of moves and deeks and jukes from Sutton. We've got a nominee for play of the game there. Look at Sutton. We talked about it. His ability to use his feet there. What a play.
29 yards for Riders Sutton officially. With 1:16 to go in the first quarter. And waiting on the snap, Anderson will kick the PAT, and it's through. Even at 7 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. One more look, and probably a few more for the rest of the day on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Sutton to the house for 6.
Engineers at Ackerman Estvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Estvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Well, we noted the improvement with the arm for Ryder Sutton from game 1 to game 2. Next week, we're going to have to show the improvement with the legs. 29-yard scramble turns into a touchdown run. The sophomore quarterback to even things at 7. 1:16 to go first quarter on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
We'll give us an update up north on 16th. All Sentinels tonight. Third quarter, 7 minutes remaining. Minot North 28, Red River 6.
Plenty more updates from our PSP Network games and games of note across North Dakota as part of our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. We have a long way to go till then, Bryce.
We got another late night, Owen. I know you're going to be up early. You got Minot State football, but we're in for a great game here.
Nice return there by Blotsky to across the 35-yard line. You know, two teams right here that they have some solid offensive numbers, but you can still see things that they need to figure out offensively. Defense has played pretty well, but this game could be won or lost with the special teams. West Fargo has been great on the special teams return game so far this year against BHS and Legacy.
Yeah, Coach Gibson talked about it. The return game has been a real highlight for this West Fargo team. And then we talked about Anderson's ability to kick the ball and that 42-yarder and such. And you're right. It may be a game. It's all we talk about all three phases of the game. It might come down to the special team side.
West Fargo hopes it comes down to the running game. That's been going well for them. Aiden Samick able to slip through one tackle. And a few more. Aiden Samick is still going. He's across the 50. Aiden Samick to the 42-yard line on the other side of midfield. Just when you thought that was going to be a loss of 1, turns into a gain of about 25.
Yeah, you're right. It looked like Pallotta had forced him. It looked like he had him for a negative play there, Owen, and ends up being a really good gain of almost 30 yards there for Samick. We talked about it. It's the patience. There you see the power of this young man.
Officially a 20-yard run for Aiden Samick on first down. Under half a minute to go, first quarter. Could be the last play. Camarillo will give it back to Samick. Another first down run following some blocks to the 31-yard line is Aiden Samick. It'll be hard to take him out of the lineup. You got a good second option, but Samick right now is running like crazy.
We've seen it on the edge. How about there right between the tackles? That's when you kind of just stick your helmet in between their shoulder pads. Your offensive line, just follow them. Keep moving the legs, keep chopping. Samick's having a big game here. We're only one quarter in.
And I think the first quarter is going to expire before the snap gets off for West Fargo. It does. An entertaining first quarter indeed. West Fargo doesn't throw the football, and Ryder Sutton has a 29-yard touchdown run. It's 7-7 after one quarter on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
As a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
As the second quarter begins, take time to remind you today's game is brought to you in part by Verendry Electric Cooperative, your local electric cooperative providing energy-saving marathon water heaters and more. Contact them today for more information. It's first down and 10, West Fargo, and they jumped. This time it looked like it was the left guard jumping Roman Medrud.
Saw that a couple times on this last drive, putting him in a hole. You've kind of seen it when Wiggestrand's been in the game, Owen. They'll kind of go to that under center look with Camarillo and just do a straight single back look with him. But Camarillo's been under center more when Wiggestrand has been in the backfield.
Yeah, Wiggestrand, the 5'11" at 165 junior. Coach Gibson said of him, I wish he was 20 pounds heavier. We run him between the tackles a lot more.
We can give him a meal plan, and maybe I'll go talk to Wiggestrand and say, hey, here's a meal plan. Try and get that 20 on you.
Well, dive play from the slot receiver, Beckett Fowl. Tell you what, there's a lot of names to know on the skill position. West Fargo loves this primarily basketball prospect, but he's been pretty good at the football field, Beckett Fowl.
Look at that play design, getting Beckett Fowl involved in this ball game. getting those penalty yards back and more, setting up a very manageable 2nd and 5.
It's going to go for 10 yards. The Magi 26. Just outside the Serve Pro red zone of the West Fargo Packers looking to regain the lead. Played too many back and forth football games to start this season. They want a big lead right now, and getting a big block was Ashton Wiggestrand, moving right ahead behind Ethan By.
Once again, that's just, hey, under center, straight handoff. I'm very impressed with Ethan By right now. He is looked terrific at that left tackle spot for the Packers in this one, in this first half.
Packers march into the Serve Pro red zone territory with 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. West Fargo 1 for 1 inside the red area. There's a Wiggestrand on 2 carries to get him into the house. Give it to him again. Sweeping to the nearest side. There's flags all over the place in the backfield. And looking like holding against the Packers.
Yeah, I think there's maybe a couple of them there as we saw a couple flags go.
Back West Fargo up a little bit more. Outside the red zone now. A 1 quarter down. At West Fargo, they're going to take it as a win, right? That they did not have to pass the football.
Well, last week we were discussing what they
threw one down
yeah,
the
one.
sideline.
They were in a 3rd and long situation. It was a pretty good ball with an all-out blitz there from that Minot High defense. But they ran for 266 last week, Owen. So that's their identity. We're going to continue to see heavy run. Alexander, oh, boy.
No flag on that. And there's a flag, though, at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, boy.
And now some shoving.
Here we go. A little fiery down there. A little pushing, a little shoving. Camarillo. Alexander came off that edge. He thought he was keeping it and lit up Camarillo there.
Does go as a holding against West Fargo. So
West Fargo's probably saying, hey, you got to protect my quarterback over there.
Yeah.
He gave the ball away there, but Alexander letting Camarillo know, hey, you come out on this edge, you're going to keep it. You're going to get popped there. Nice.
Jay Gibson, he's been coaching for 35 years. How many 1st and 27s has he seen?
We saw a lot of that last week. Those 3rd and 25s. We saw 4th and 15s. And they were getting converted. So
first down and 27 yards to go. Passes should have been intercepted right there by Logan Ludwig. Hit him between the numbers, but an incompletion.
You could see Ludwig. That was just a matter of kind of lifting your head up. The ball's right there. It was on him quick as he was coming from that safety position, but
watching replays thanks to Ryan Family Dealerships today on the PSP Network. Ryan Dealerships, their commitment and respect for their customers is strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference. This is one of their 5 dealerships in Minot or Williston. 2nd and 27 the Packers are facing. Go to Samick now. Hardly any gain at all. They'll give him 1 yard to the 31. So Stevic in there. Also Pallotta. West Fargo does have a field goal kicker. It's Wyatt Doctor. They tried to run him out there for the game winner against Legacy, but after taking a 12-yard sack, the Packers ran out of time. So they haven't attempted one yet this year. Two receivers right, 2 receivers to the left of Camarillo. Samick, there's a left hip in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to that right side. Deep ball towards the end zone. It is incomplete. It was Valdez. That go-to target on the deep ball, but couldn't haul it in.
Once again, it's 3rd and long. It's the Magi bringing pressure there. Really good ball there by Camarillo. He gave his guy a shot there in the corner of the end zone. A ball that looked like it was right there. See what West Fargo elects to do here. Maybe try and punt, pin him down. I'm not sure. You know, you're in a tough spot here when you're around that 30. I know it's 4th and a mile, but
Be an odd place to punt from the 31, but at the same time, it's 27 yards to a first down. Minot not playing very deep defensively. West Fargo's going to try and take a chunk here to their wide receiver, Ian Scary, but that one was not close, and no flags on the play. So a turnover on downs. Minot High able to escape that one. Thanks to a couple penalties against West Fargo's offensive line. There are 2 holdings back up deep. Minot ball with 9 minutes to play first half.
That's been the story these last couple drives for West Fargo. It's been the penalties, getting in these long situations. That's not their game. We've seen what their identity is and what they're doing well. They're running the football, getting in these obvious passing situations. You're really playing into Minot's hands. They're dialing up that pressure.
Anderson, the run on first down. A couple broken tackles later, and he's got 10 yards. Is it enough to move the chains, though? He might be just shy of that line to gain. It'll be second down and less than a yard.
There you see with what makes Anderson so special, it's yards after contact. On that first contact, what he does runs so hard.
Flag down as Anderson at the moment has first down yardage. Hold against Minot High. They'll have to deal with penalty yards against him.
Seen a number of holds here in this first half. This one on Minot, so a second and one. Well, it would have been a first down on that run there. It turns into second and long here for Minot High.
Should be noted a change on the offensive line for Minot. They bring back the senior Quinn Wilk at right tackle. Parker Fertel was playing in kind of backup duty as they were waiting the return of Wilk. Another flag as the snap came back to Ryder Sutton. It's a screen pass to Tariq Bell, but now a late flag
and
in.
Another one. I think Bell's saying it might be a face mask, but I
had one right at the snap.
Might have offsetting penalties here again.
Tim Bordeaux, our white hat official, talking as much as we are today. Legal shift was called against Minot, and then a blindside hit against West Fargo defensively will offset, bring up second down and 11.
Our white hat, he's been busy on that mic tonight here already here in this first half.
The third
Tim
member of our
Bordeaux.
crew. Schindler, first carry. Another flag flying in right where the tackle is made. I was going to talk about Schindler, what kind of change of pace he brought last week against Cheyenne, but we'll hear another holding penalty is called against the Magi.
Yeah, Schindler was in the Wildcat. He was the quarterback in the Wildcat look. He was in the backfield. He was at the wideout position. I mean, he did everything there last week for the Magi as we get that penalty decline. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 here for Minot High.
It's something I kind of always think about at these situations. They've already ran second down now twice. West Fargo is going to take the down rather than the distance.
I like it.
Force Minot into 3rd down and 11 yards to go. 3 receivers out to the left side. Sutton looking, though, to Bell on the near side. All kinds of covers there. Another flag is thrown. This one's going to be going against the Packers.
How about West Fargo there? They're showing that 5-man front. They only bring 3 there. They drop them back at coverage. Looks like they're going to get a pass interference, maybe a defensive hold here.
Pass interference. It was Scary who was covering Bell. They had Seymour sliding over. Almost made a play on an interception. That will give Minot an automatic first down.
It really looked like Seymour had it. He was in great position to almost pick that off as he dropped back into coverage. But regardless, it's a pass interference call, and big conversion there on a penalty for Minot High.
1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Basically the same setup for the Magi here. Schindler, the running back. Sutton with time, heaves one down the field to Bell. Makes the catch in stride. That's a touchdown, 55 yards.
Talk about a dime right in stride to Bell. The safety is late coming over there. Sutton puts it right in his chest. What a play, what a throw by Sutton, 55 yards to Bell.
Just going after the same cornerback that just got called for the PI, and he's a great cornerback as well, Ian Scarry. They go back-to-back plays his way, one-on-one with Bell. And the extra point is booted through the uprights to make it 14-7 at Minot. The throw, the play call, and the touchdown catch and run from Tariq Bell. Magi have their first lead of the night on the PSP Network.
Deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
$7:41 to go, second quarter. BNC National Bank scoreboard reads Minot 14, West Fargo 7. Ryder Sutton with touchdown pass number 2 on his career second touchdown of the day. Ran one in from 29, throws one for 55 yards to Tariq Bell.
That was so good. I had a former Minot High quarterback, Mr. Andrew Goodmanson, send me a text saying, how about that ball? How about Sutton showing off the big arm, hitting Bell in stride, 55 yards. The Magi grabbed the lead here.
And that's another Magi. Touchdown.
$5:42 to go, first half. Minot with possession of the football after West Fargo had a 3-and-out with their backup quarterback Reed Kurzwig in the game. First down run. Fumble on the exchange. Sutton's going to pick it up. Now he fumbles
out again.
Still loose. It looks like Minot might have it back at their own 34-yard line. Credit the hustle there to Jalen Gunville, who picks it up.
Very fortunate on that one. Oh, and a couple times the ball ends up on the ground. Minot retains possession on that one. Setting up a second and a mile.
Clock running. Just about 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Minot High a 14-7 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Hand off to Tegan Schindler. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The third down, and I have to do a lot of math here.
About 26, yeah.
26 yards.
That's what I'm going with the scoreboard. The scoreboard says 26. I trust him.
Sutton has thrown a 55-yard touchdown pass. He's running in from 29, so doesn't seem all that scary here, third and so long, but Minot's got to be wise about it.
Yeah, correct. You got the lead here. We're under 5 minutes here in the second half. Your defense is kind of ramping it up, playing much better here in the second quarter.
Shotgun snap. 4 routes being run. Going to go to the underneath to the running back. Schindler hit immediately. Hawkins Seymour, the ball hawk right there for West Fargo.
Seymour jumping that one. Read it from the get-go. He's been tremendous here defensively for the Packers this season.
Fourth down, and Minot will have to punt. Leading by 7 against West Fargo. Battle of 0-2 teams here. Well, it looks like no punt just yet. It is a deep snap. Sutton might just punt this one away. Scarry's ready for it. It is a punt. Ian Scarry will return it. He's got a lot of time, and he's dangerous. Minot High quick to recover, though. And it'll be a return of roughly 8 yards there for Ian Scarry to the 39-yard line. West Fargo's drive will start at the 3:20 mark of the second quarter, trailing by 7. There's a good chance the Packers can run out these last minutes, 3:20 to go in the quarter, and tie this one up by the break.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking for a big drive here. Interesting to see what the – now we've seen both quarterbacks, so now it's kind of – are they flopping series? Are they taking turns here? But we'll see who gets to start on this drive for the Packers. I believe it's going to be Kurzweg, I believe.
It is. Saw him on the last drive. It was pretty much just handoffs for him. The Samick and Wiggestrand. It's Wiggestrand in the backfield right now with Kurzweg. Handoff. Run for the Packers, and a nice start to the drive, 4 yards from the junior. Talking about during that last drive that Kurzweg, he played a majority of his snaps in week 1 against Bismarck High. That overtime game, West Fargo lost by a single point on a walk-off PAT. He led him in that one. He was able to accurately throw the football against the Demons. Wiggestrand to the left, going to the right. Who's going to win that push? Give Wiggestrand 5 more, be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, you've seen it. We talked about playmakers. Now Wiggestrand's getting a good portion of these carries in the second half, in the second quarter, excuse me, as the first quarter was all Aiden Samick there with the majority of the touches, but kind of balancing things up is Coach Gibson here, offensively for West Fargo.
3rd down and 1. Packers will go with the quarterback Kurzweg, following his tailback. Wiggestrand ahead in Magi territory. Clock stops momentarily at 2:04 to set the chains.
I love that play call there, a little fake, and Kurzweg decides to keep it right up the middle there, moving the chains. Big first down as we tick under 2 minutes.
A receiver to each side. Kurzweg in the gun. Hands off. Wiggestrand towards the Minot sideline. Solid gain of 3 yards. Clock continues to run. West Fargo has all 3 timeouts. Trying to get down to the very end, but nice progress to start this drive.
Yeah, not being very patient, continuing with the run game here. Maybe see something in the play action game, see if you can get something down the field, maybe in the middle of the field against this Magi defense.
Kurzweg 11 for 20 through the air this season. Keeping with Wiggestrand, maybe some trouble on the exchange. And carried that football on his hip for a couple steps. Out to the 35, 3rd down and 3 for the Packers. And right at a minute to go in the first half.
Like you said, still all 3 timeouts. Not electing to use them here, really wanting to kind of secure, make sure this is that last possession. Don't even give Minot the ball back here before the first half runs out.
That's Senku Forrest, the new wide receiver to the top. They're looking that way as Kurzweg rolls out, throws downfield. There's a flag looking for Forrest in the end zone. It's incomplete, but we'll await the call on the penalty.
Yeah, I believe they got Medrud on a hold there. He's trying to let him go there. He just looked guilty. He put his hands up. He said, "No, let him go."
Doesn't totally spoil the drive for West Fargo, but it does back him up all the way to the 45. It'll be 3rd down and 13 and just 41 seconds. And with that, it looks like Camarillo has come back in the game. So West Fargo switches quarterback in the middle of a drive. This is kind of what we were concerned about a little bit for West Fargo. They're going to stick to one or kind of play it as things go along. Camarillo, exactly what he's in there to do, run the football. A big gain by the quarterback on 3rd down and 13. He's going to pick up all the necessary yardage, a gain of 14 to the 31.
Terrific play call. It looked like they really had the one side all loaded up, bringing pressure. Running away from that blitz was Camarillo, getting the edge. Huge first down after that penalty here, and getting out of bounds as well.
And just like that, Reed Kurzweg is now in. Camarillo does what they asked him to do. Here's that kind of delayed handoff, the counter play, and West Fargo will fire off one of their first of 3 timeouts with 29 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The 2nd down and 8 coming up. Let's hear from First International Bank and Trust bringing you timeouts tonight on the PSP Network.
This pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
West Fargo Packer football at the Minot 29-yard line. 14-7 Magi on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Packers with 2 timeouts to go, 29 seconds remain. First International Bank and Trust, our timeout sponsor. Full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between their employees and customers, founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at FIBT.com. Back to the action. No quarterback switcheroo right here. It's still Reed Kurzweg, but now another jump by that West Fargo offensive line. It's becoming a bad habit right now for the Packers, these pre-snap penalties.
Coach Gibson, you got to believe that's going to be a talk during halftime. It's false starts. It's holding penalties. They're all starting to add up. Just getting West Fargo second and long, third and long situations.
Another timeout called by the Packers as they try and get the right play call in for second down and 13 yards. They already converted a 3rd and 13 after a holding penalty backed them up, but you do it twice on this same drive. They're down to just 31. They actually put time back on the clock before that last play. There's 31 seconds to go now in the second quarter. I'd like to remind you that coming up, our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show is your home renovation specialist in the Magic City. If you've been putting off the basement, kitchen, bathroom, or any interior renovation, now is the time to book your free estimate with MHI. I mentioned PSP Network. Get up to 10% off on your project invoice. Call Drew now at 701-721-4612 or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. We'll have some updates from scores around the state. Obviously, the scoring summary from this one here in Minot, a 14-7 Magi lead at the moment.
Got a shootout brewing in the capital city. Bismarck 21, Shanley 33. We still got 1 minute remaining in the third quarter in that one.
31 seconds to go, second quarter here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Scary in motion. A fake to him. Kurzweg back to throw. Looking long towards the goal line. A couple players there. Deflects up in the air and falls to the turf.
All the time there, Kurzweg really got set up. Had a great look down there, downfield there. I believe it was Poitra. Kind of that closing speed that broke that play up.
For Cedric Patterson down there on the goal line where the Packers.
Maybe it was Schindler. I think Schindler's closing speed deflected that one. Going to bring up 3rd and long here for West Fargo.
Good thing for the Packers with just 1 timeout left. The clock stops. Some positive you can take from that incompletion, but 3rd and 13, they're going to rely on Kurzweg to get it done. Sprint out to his right. Sets up. Pressure from behind. Off the hand of 2 West Fargo players right there. Was foul first, Scary second, 4th down.
Looked really dangerous of a strip sack on that play. He barely got it out. Could be 4th down here. See, maybe take a shot to the end zone here. Only 19 seconds remaining. See if you can get that Hail Mary opportunity here if you're West Fargo.
Scary alone to the left side. 2 receivers right. West Fargo has time to just pick up the first down rather than to go for it all. It seems they're running that way, though.
Ooh, ball's out.
A strip sack for Minot. Frittel falling on it. Alexander forced the fumble, and the possession goes to Minot.
How about Alexander there causing the turnover there, the fumble. 14 seconds. Minot High has all 3 timeouts and a very capable field goal kicker in Blake Anderson.
It looks like, though, they might be kneeling.
Yeah, it does. They are content with that lead to go to the locker room.
Final play of the first half, a kneel down for Minot High. They keep West Fargo off the board on that last drive. A good one as it started, but penalties, the story. We'll talk about that in our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. 14-7 Magi on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Time now for the Moonlight Home Improvement Halftime Show. Call Drew anytime you might need an interior renovation done to your home at 701-721-4612. Mention PSP Network, get 10% off your project invoice at Moonlight Home Improvement. Also find them online at moonlighthomeimprovement.com. At the half, Minot 14, West Fargo 7. A lot to like in that first half for both sides, despite what some might see as a low-scoring first half football.
Yeah, the way West Fargo came out, established that running game, that first quarter, it was all Packers, it seemed like. It seemed like it was like they were leading by a couple possessions there, but only got to one score here in this first half. It was Aiden Samick, him in the running game, really establishing that. Minot High made some great defensive adjustments, started flying around. Penalty zone. It was all about penalties. It's pre-snap, it's holding, it's we saw some pass interference.
We've PI helped that drive.
We had offsetting penalties. We've had face masks. That's kind of been the story. That's really put West Fargo in these long situations, second long, third and long. You're playing in to Coach Philly and the defensive coordinator and Minot's defense here, what they love to do. They're going to dial up pressure and get after you in those situations.
You already mentioned that Wiggestrand touchdown run for West Fargo on that opening drive. They haven't scored since after what a strong start to the game that was. Didn't have to throw the football at all to go 70 yards to the house. How about the other scoring in response from Minot High?
We're going to go here in scoring-wise. First quarter, like you said, it got started. A little 10 plays, 70 yards right down the field. Wiggestrand ended up in the end zone from 1 yard out. Had an extra point, got us to 7-0. How about the play by Mr. Ryder Sutton? 29-yard scramble. We saw that replay. It was jukes. It was, I mean, what a playmaker he is. Just a terrific run. Ended up in the end zone. Extra point was good. 7-7 at that point. And then it was Sutton through the air, finding Bell here in the second quarter from 55 yards out. Perfectly thrown ball right to the numbers, right in stride. Got us to 14-7 at that point, and that's where we stand at the half here. Magi 14, Packers 7.
Obviously, the scoring drive is very important, but maybe the not scoring drive there right at the end will have a big importance in the second half. West Fargo driving. They had time. They had 3 timeouts as well. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to work with at the end of the first half, but they come away with no points and a turnover on a fumble as well. How big do you think that one really is?
Yeah, that was huge. We saw what they like to do when Kurzweg's in the game. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to try and go vertical. They had a couple opportunities, a couple big plays on the back end, the secondary for Minot High, and it's been Wiggestrand. Wiggestrand got a lot of touches and carries in that second quarter too, so kind of keeping those guys fresh. Coach Gibson over there, a nice little rotation, and we're going to continue. I would guess we're going to continue to see both quarterbacks in this ball game for West Fargo.
I was just going to ask about that quarterback conversation. We've seen it be played out now 3 different ways in 3 weeks. You've got Kurzweg coming in the second quarter and playing the rest of the game in week 1. You have him trying to spark the last game-winning drive against Legacy last week, and now interchangeably within drives we've seen them go between Kurzweg and Camarillo. Do you feel like West Fargo needs to find a guy, or should they just be comfortable rolling like this?
Yeah, I think for the foreseeable future, especially tonight, I think it's just going to be a rotation. You're going to look for a spark. You get a hot hand, you're going to ride him. If Kurzweg can go out there and deliver the football, get it to some of those weapons, you'll maybe see multiple series in a row for him, and vice versa. You see Camarillo, you see a couple nice runs from him. He made a couple nice throws down the field. I know they weren't completed, but he had guys right in his face facing pressures. So I think it's just going to be a coin flip. You're doing a good job keeping everyone posted, Owen, on the quarterback switches, and we'll continue to do that here in the second half.
On the BNC National Bank scoreboard, it's Minot 14, West Fargo 7. Second half on the way when we come back in our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. A look around the state as games go final, and our game just picks up a little more energy here in Minot, North Dakota. 14-7 Magi on the PSP Network.
Work is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
To introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Continuing on with our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show, 14-7 here in Minot. I know there's a score people want to hear from a little bit on the north side of town. The Minot North Sentinels in action right now and controlling things against Grand Forks Red River, 45-14 in the fourth quarter.
Ooh.
Sentinels, they are the real deal, aren't they?
Showing why they are the #1 team in AA football tonight, on full display north on 16th Street tonight in the Magic City.
Elsewhere on the PSP Network right now, Fargo Shanley on the road and in the lead, fourth quarter from the bowl. It is Shanley 39, Bismarck High 21. Also in Bismarck on the PSP Network, #1 versus #2. Davies a 30-27 lead in the fourth quarter. Bryce, I want to share another quick stat with you. There was 2 regular season matchups last year between the top 2 teams in 3A football. #2 won both of them last year. Davies trying to stop that streak tonight, carrying the #1 ranking on the road. And then, of course, in Velva, can't forget about this one. The Aggies lead Botno by 6. The Braves have the football with 2 minutes left. Can they put together a drive to keep their dream season alive in the first year in Region 3?
Yeah, that Region 3, everyone's kind of, it's not fair, but they're calling it a region championship caliber game with 2 of the better teams in that region in Velva tonight. See if Velva can hold serve on home field. Still got over 2 minutes left in that one.
There's a lot of other great games going on around the state, not only in our region of western North Dakota, but
some points tonight, Owen.
there are. I'm looking at a top 5 9-man game. Lytton HMB flexing their muscles against Grant County Flasher, 32-12 win for the Lions there. Single A football, some ranked teams in action. How about this one out in the Mountain Time Zone? Third-ranked Trinity trailing receiving goes Killdeer 7-6 in the second quarter. A slugfest right there in Killdeer, North Dakota. Actually, extra point just tied it at 7 as we get ready for the second half. But a lot of great games happening around the state tonight.
And we're going to be the last ones on the air. So you're either with us now, or if there's something else that's catching your eye, you come back to us. We're going to be here.
If last week taught you anything, just don't go to bed until the Minot High game is over.
Correct.
Second half kickoff from the Packers going right to left on your screen. This will be fielded on a bounce by Corbin Kraft. He's going to run back to the 1. Depends if he touched it or not. He did not, and Minot gets away with a touchback right there.
Very fortunate there as it took a bounce away from Kraft. But goes in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback.
Just want to make one more mention of a score, Bryce.
One more. Here we go.
You and I have been pretty good at jumping on bandwagons at the right time. Not too late, not too early. Is it time to get on the Grand Forks Central bandwagon? A 1-win team last year. They are 3-0 after a 44-21 win at home against Dickinson today.
You were talking to me about them. You were educating me on Central. I asked about you, and how about a flip from a season ago? Oh, and Central looks terrific here in 2025.
First down run for Minot to start the third quarter. Tegan Schindler got it. We saw Blake Anderson. He was just sitting on the bench in the second quarter. He's actually getting tape right now on the bench, so no Blake Anderson at the moment for Minot.
Yeah, he was hobbled on that last offensive possession there. It appears to maybe be an ankle injury that they're wrapping him up here. Let's hope to see him back in this ball game.
On both sides of the ball, Anderson a difference maker. 3 phases of the ball as well. The special teams. Sutton sprint out to the wide side of the field, gets help from a block by Schindler, now throws short, incomplete, looking for Tariq Bell. The 3rd down and 13 coming up for the Magi inside their own 20. Hasn't been much else going for the Magi in the passing game despite the 55-yard touchdown. You know, in baseball, they say you might hit 200, but if that one hit was a home run, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that ball was just, I mean, talk about hitting a speedster in stride there. The safety was just late coming over. Great throw by Sutton.
Claps once, claps twice, hits the snap. Spinning in the backfield. I think that was Schindler again on the run, but it's only going to gain a yard, and Minot in punting territory again.
Great start for this Packers defense here. A 3-and-out right away here.
And with the returner that Ian Scarry is,
I'm not kicking it to him.
He got a great setup to return one late in the second quarter. It's going to be another pooch punt, it looks like, from Sutton. Does get this one away. Scarry will field at the 41.
Great block.
Gets some speed going now to the 40. Flags down at the tackle. This might be against West Fargo. It looked like Luther Young maybe had a block to help out Minot in the tackling effort.
Maybe a block in the back. It might be a hold, but it's so dangerous. Kicking Scarry right in the middle of the field there.
Is a hold against West Fargo. Talking about Ian Scarry, he's committed to Minnesota State Moorhead next year. He's a guy who, he's a little bit small in stature, but he fits right into what the Dragons are doing.
Dragons, you know what they're going to bring to the table. They're going to throw the ball 40, maybe 50 times a game. I remember he's a senior now, Gage Florence, a Velva kid that's had so much success there. These guys have similarities. They remind me of Gage in high school with their shiftiness and their speed. And I talk about a perfect landing spot. That's a perfect match there with Samick and Scarry.
Just across the Red River. It's Ryan Camarillo to start the second half at quarterback for West Fargo. They put Scarry in motion, give him the handoff. Let number 5 go to work here. Gain of 6. Second down and 4 coming up for the Packers.
Saw that a lot on that first drive, getting the ball out on the edge there. It was Samick, Scarry a couple times. See if they can get kind of that, try and get a drive going like that first one they had in this contest.
Yeah, that was such a strong start, but to think the Packers haven't scored since, wouldn't believe it. Just been the one turnover for West Fargo as well. 3 receivers thrown out to the near side of your screen. Camarillo is going to run the opposite way. A real nice job. He was hit almost immediately at the line of scrimmage, but was able to carry the defense ahead for a first down.
Yeah, they've liked that play to that right side, kind of that quarterback kind of power, I call it there. Got some got by that first defender, picks up the first down.
I think it was Liam Neff that was waiting
Yeah, I
for
believe
him.
it was Neff.
Shotgun snap back to Camarillo. Wegestrand. One of those running backs that you never really see him go backwards. He might do a little bit of dancing like Samick, but he hits the hole.
Yeah, he's looked really good. A guy that's just continuing to gain touches, gain confidence in this West Fargo Packers offense.
Ball at the 36. West Fargo. Nice start to the drive as they look to tie the score right away in the second half. Stretch this one with Wegestrand. Maybe a yard there for him. But West Fargo, this is a situation they have quite literally been in for the entire season. A one-score game against Bismarck High. It was low scoring. Went to overtime. Was it 7-7 going into overtime? Finished 14-13 in favor of Bismarck High. Or sorry, went to overtime 6-6.
Very familiar territory here as they're in about a third and medium here.
Camarillo, the keeper.
Left side.
Yeah, they had Wegestrand run to the right side. Camarillo decides to keep it himself. A yard shy of the line to gain 4th and 1 for West Fargo. Minot just make one stop here and totally turn around. It was a positive-looking drive.
Yeah, that time they go to the left side with Camarillo. It's been the right side with those quarterback design runs. This time, test the left side. Guy we've called a lot, Ethan By there. And Medrud on that left side have been really good all night on this offensive line for West Fargo.
Keep Camarillo in as the quarterback. Minot looks like they're putting 4 or 5 on the defensive line here. Alexander moving around. You know he's going to be sprinting into the backfield. 4th and 1. Camarillo up the middle. First down and more inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Well designed by the Packers. Trust your big quarterback to give you 1 yard.
Yeah, give him the option there. He has the option of handing it off. If he likes what he sees, he'll keep it. He likes to do that. Big first down here and a really good start to the second half here on the first drive for West Fargo.
Well, here's Kurzweg. Gives you an idea they might throw. That's the case. Over the middle, but dropped. Foul the intended target. It's almost a giveaway at this point what West Fargo is trying to do.
Yeah, just a simple play there. When you said it, when Kurzweg's in the game, they like to go through the air. They're going to do that, and that's just a case of foul. He's trying to make a play without securing the football first. Just secure the football, then make your move. He was trying to make a move without securing it there, and it's incomplete.
Well, Scary again goes to be the lone receiver. To the right side, the area that Kurzweg has been able to throw to the most. We've got a penalty flag before the snap. They're pointing at Minot side being offsides.
Yeah, that play clock was running down there. They're going to get Minot High here.
So that penalty moves West Fargo into the Surf Pro red zone. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians. Advanced technology and specializing in fire and water. Cleanup and restoration at Surf Pro. 1 score, 1 stop inside the red zone for West Fargo. A penalty really put a hurt at that second red zone drive. It was like 3rd and 23.
Been talking about penalties being huge in this ball game.
As long as they can run the football, West Fargo is going to be happy about that. This time it's Samick getting into the mix this third quarter. And the switch comes. Camarillo is back in.
I think in this situation, you bring Camarillo in. He runs it here. They don't get it. They're in 4-down territory, so you got to believe. If I'm Coach Gibson, you're probably looking at something with Camarillo, try and get him out on the edge and pick this up.
3rd and 2. Camarillo off left tackle, dives forward. First down Packers, and still first down yardage to get. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11.
Once again, giving him that option. He elects to keep it. Really going to that left side again, Owen. You saw that a lot the first drive. We said it on that offensive line, kind of showing their strength here, puffing their chest here on this drive.
Not to take away from what's going on for the Packers right now, but Blake Anderson's on crutches on the sideline for Minot High as Alexander just came back in the game.
Gosh, you hate to see that, a guy that's so heavy in what they do and what they try and do offensively.
Dive play to Samick, bounces it outside and finds a whole lot of green turf in front of him, and eventually the end zone. Aiden Samick as the Packers within one.
Look at that, just that little hesitation, get to the outside. You see the burst, you see the speed of Aiden Samick into the end zone, 11 yards out.
Second look brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. There is Wyatt Doctor for the extra point. He's 2 for 2 today. Sorry, 1 for 1. Trouble with the snap. And nowhere to run for Aiden Simic. So the PAT is no good. Something that hurt West Fargo last week against Legacy. A late missed extra point. Lost them the game by 1 in regulation to the Sabres. They trail by 1 now against Minot.
We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster and know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Today's broadcast of high school football on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Farstead Oil. Contact Farstead Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938 and committed to outstanding customer service and reliability. It's Farstead Oil. Kickoff after the West Fargo touchdown will be returnable for Minot. Bell from the 5. Bell with a couple blocks initially. A return of 27 yards for Tariq Bell to the 32. Maybe give an extra half as well.
It's going to be very interesting to see offensively here who's going to pick up the slack here. Anderson's out, like you said, he's on the sideline. You look at a guy like Gunville here, maybe get him some touches.
I think it's just the dynamic ability of Tegan Schindler that could be a threat in more ways than one.
I'm really starting to wonder. He's creeping over there on the sideline in that huddle.
Maybe saw what I saw?
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering maybe Alexander gets a carry or two here.
Yeah, he's with that running back group right now. He's been defense only in the 1.5 games he's played this season. 1st and 10 Magi at the 33. It's Gunville right now with Sutton in the backfield. Corbin Kraft in motion. Fake it to him. Sutton stepping into a throw downfield. Underthrown ball, but it's still caught. Sutton got hit as he delivered to James Pallotta. First down, Magi.
Good clean hit there, too. He knew he was going to get popped. Delivered a ball. What a throw. We've said it a couple times here by Sutton. We were wondering where the offense is going to come from. How about the play action, the deep ball for the Magi?
40 yards from Sutton to Pallotta. That's been all the passing game for Minot High. Home run hits.
You seen it. Pallotta had to come back to that a little bit. Still makes the grab.
First down operating in West Fargo territory now. Screen pass out to Logan Ludwig. Got to make a move. He does. Ludwig steps out at the 21-yard line. You turn on the tape from that Fargo-Davies game. Minot threw the ball deep there. There wasn't any catches downfield, and it seems the wide receiver instincts they've gotten better since week 1.
Yeah, no, you just kind of saw it. It was kind of brewing. You've seen Pallotta, guys like Ludwig getting more comfortable with their opportunities, and with Anderson out, you got to believe that Minot High is going to elect to throw the football a little more than they probably planned here in the second half.
Now run it now with Jalen Gunville. Needed to get to the 18-yard line to mark him down to the 19, but Minot is into the Serve Pro red zone. Bryce, I think this is the first time that they've been there. Is that correct?
Yeah, we had Sutton from 29 yards out, and then we had the 55-yard bomb, Sutton to Bell. So, yeah, this is the first time they're in here. A couple plays you would think to get this first down. I like it, the sneak.
Sneak with Ryder Sutton. Not super clear whether they got the first down or not. There's a Minot High lineman still sitting on the turf. They will give Minot High the first down gain, but an injured Minot player on the field. Quickly popping back up was Caden DeMakis, who's held down the left tackle position, the center position all season long. This is a really difficult position to replace.
Yeah, it appears to just be a cramp there as he's getting some more hydrating in him there on the sideline.
Minot's going to go to T and Patterson to snap. Sutton goes under center. Hand off to Gunville. Packers had that one read.
Great push up front there. The defensive line just blowing that play up.
Second down and 10 for Minot. Still in the Serve Pro Red Zone 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians, it's Serve Pro. Minot with a 1-point lead, 3 minutes left, third quarter. They're going to shift the offense.
Interesting. It looks like Bell might have man coverage here, Owen.
Sutton fakes, rolls out, throws underneath, and incomplete. Pass was intended for Nathan Henderson.
A really good job by Sutton there, just taking what the defense gives you there, delivering that ball on the money to Henderson, but he's unable to bring it in.
Clock stops at 2:54. Danak is back in the game at center. So they go back to the shotgun. Comeback route there is caught. Bell will be stopped at the 10 as forward progress gets him that far. Fourth down. Obviously no field goal kicker now for Minot with Anderson not in the game. They're going to have to go for it on fourth down and 3.
That was a great job there. A ball on the money there, making this fourth down very manageable. I see number 0 heading out to the field here from Minot High.
Scary as he is as a linebacker, probably equally scary running the football. Ball at the 10, left hash. Alexander is right there with Sutton in the gun. They're going to have him block for Sutton. Can he find the hole? Packers flow to it. Now Sutton's going to reverse
all
the
the
field.
way across the field.
All the way back to the 28-yard line. He's got to go forward, gets help from a block, and is thrown out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
The helmet
There's
came
a
off.
Flag. West Fargo has had a face mask penalty. Now there's players tripping over each other on the sideline. We've got one flag, and that's it.
West Fargo was looking for a flag. They were looking for a hold. Then as Sutton's crossing the field.
You're going to see on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay a giant block get set. Was it legal? Was it not? I guess we'll find out here. And then also Sutton's helmet off. That's where the flag was.
So referees get this sorted out. A lot was going on. I just saw the one flag go, and I think it's going to be a personal foul with a face mask.
Here comes this block, and it looked like it was on the shoulder, so that one was clean. And then the helmet comes off after Scary made the tackle.
And Scary, it looks like he grabbed that helmet from the back there and ended it up, ripping it off.
Here's
Sutton.
the call.
So after the play, for the change of possession, we have a dead ball personal foul against White. Half the distance will be white ball on the 10.
Okay.
Oh, we've got it sorted.
Everything during the play we were talking about was clean. It was after the play, a personal foul, and that means it was a turnover on downs by Minot. West Fargo's going to have possession, but the penalty is marked off half the distance. The Packers take over at their own 10.
After all that, it's a after the play penalty there, unsportsmanlike. Like you said, it's West Fargo's going to gain possession way deep in their end of the field here, about the 10-yard line.
Now the referee's going to stop things again. Minute 55 left, quarter number 3. Packers down by a point. It's been 2 touchdowns each. Just a missed PAT by the Packers on their last touchdown. Camarillo, first down run. A lot of space and a gain of 11 yards. Two teams 0-2 to start the regular season in non-conference play. West Fargo, the last remaining winless team in the EDC. A couple of big wins for the conference already this evening. Samick, juke and a spin, first down run.
How about this, Owen? We got a minute 27 left in Bismarck. Legacy 40, Davies 30. What a game. Davies does have the football, but just about 90 seconds left in that ball game.
We got a flag after this play. A sportsmanlike is called against West Fargo.
I think it's another one after the play, Owen.
It was. So a first down run by Aiden Samick to the 35. 15 yards now back to the 20. Lost count of how many penalties this has been against both sides, but the Packers have been the more penalized team, and they have been so hugely impactful on their drives.
And they've been so effective running the football here and just getting themselves in these situations and these just taking another personal foul there. So
first down and 10 at the 20. The officials want to talk this one over.
I think they're trying to decide, Owen, if it's a 1st and 25 or is it going to be a 1st and 10 situation here is going to be the discussion.
You know, I wish I had an answer for you, Bryce.
They're going to roll. Oh. I think they're going to.
Looks like they're. Keep it as it is.
There we go.
All right. Minute 13, third quarter. West Fargo is first down and 10 at their own 20 after the last play ended at the 35. Back to Samick. 4-yard pickup.
Got another final to pass on. Shanley victorious tonight, 39-21 over the Bismarck High Demons.
Deacons, they are an angry team. Not angry at anybody, just angry at how last year went. The Deacons, they are a team I wouldn't want to play right now.
There's no secret what they like to do, Owen. They're going to try and attack you through the air there, and what a win tonight on the road for
Camarillo hit the backfield. But he's going to move on forward. Ryan Camarillo has a first down for West Fargo. Effort play right there for 6 yards.
And it's been that second effort, the yards after contact here for West Fargo as they move to chains here.
Once again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. First down and 10, West Fargo at the 31. They don't need to run a play at the end of the third quarter, and they will not. Just 12 minutes remain. Another good finish in store from Minot, North Dakota. Magi 14, Packers 13. You're watching 3A football on the PSP Network.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There are some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Packer football as the fourth quarter gets underway. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. West Fargo down a point on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. No gain for the Packers on first down. By the way, a big thank you goes out to the sponsor of our broadcast tonight on the PSP Network, but also the presenting sponsor of our PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. That's the Aggie Foundation. Learn more about their charitable work at aggiefoundation.com. That was a hit on social media last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of proud fans hoping their favorite players win that prestigious award of the PSP Network and the Aggie Foundation. Good thing that they didn't assign me to count up all those comments.
I did volunteer to do that. I was going to do it for us, so good ball.
Catch made by Ian Scari at the 39-yard line. 3rd down and 2 for West Fargo. Team that in 2 losses have a combined -2 point differential this season. You know it's been a long couple weeks of practice after tough losses like that. Overtime against Bismarck, the missed extra point, and the long kickoff return against Legacy last week. This drive right here has got to get them over the hump.
And huge, you know, they had the mishandle on the extra point here, so they find themselves trailing by a point. Another 1-point game, but moving the ball effectively here on this drive are the
3rd
Packers.
down. Wegestrand has the first. Ashton Wegestrand, a huge 100-yard performance. He was the leading rusher for West Fargo against the Legacy Sabres last week. Went for 130 on the ground and a touchdown. Averaging 7 yards per carry this year.
And you've seen it ever since kind of that second quarter. They're really ramping up, getting him involved nicely here. A majority of the carries here, the second quarter on, is Wegestrand here for the Packers.
West Fargo kind of going that formation. Scari on the wing. They've gone jet sweep to him a couple times today. Instead, they're going to do that slot dive to Beckett foul. Worked once, it works a second time. 12-yard gain.
It looks identical to the first time they ran it. Another first down. Nice job by Fowl making the most of his opportunities.
I saw that play on film against Legacy. I was very confused as who actually got the
Who
hand
had
off.
the ball.
It comes from basically where a slot receiver would stand, and there's all kinds of fakes in there.
Well, it's so effective when you're running the ball so well between the tackles like they are there, and just that fake there and the end around a foul. Nice gain.
Wegestrand on a pretty simple handoff right now. Did the ball come out? It was at the very end. You say the Packers retained possession. He was down. I watch a triple option football team play every Saturday. I shouldn't be confused by all those moving parts, but that play, that one got me. 2nd down and 4 for West Fargo. Camarillo continues to run the huddle right now for West Fargo.
Very patient on this drive. They're taking up a lot of that play clock. Camarillo's drive, it seems like a lot of Wegestrand on this drive. Very effective in the run game.
Under center snap. Camarillo trying to follow his running back, but Minot High able to slow him down. Now some extra on the sideline as Camarillo hits the ground.
Thought they might get a late hit there on the Magi, but
Parker Fertel with the first contact there to get Camarillo going backwards. It is a pretty big loss for the Packers right there on second down and manageable.
This is where Minot, they get in these third and 6, 7, 8. This is where they elect to come with some pressure. See if maybe get Alexander on a blitz here, try and create a negative play.
Third down and 7. Camarillo will throw over the middle, incomplete. Let his wide receiver right in to the safety, James Pilata. And fourth down decision. Still a lot of time, 8:37 to go. 3 timeouts for Jay Gibson's team. It looks like this is a go-for-it situation.
And right on cue, Alexander showing that blitz and right on the A-gap. Him and Spragues came applying some pressure, making Camarillo kind of probably get that ball out a little earlier than he'd like.
So on fourth down, the Packers will stay with Camarillo, the run-first quarterback. 4 wide outs, and Wiggestrand in the backfield. A throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Just off the hands. That was Valdez. They've been going to him a lot in these big downs. A turnover on downs for the Packers.
Looked like a pretty good ball. Just a little high there from Camarillo there. He's going to turn the ball over to the Magi. 1-point lead here. Still a lot of time here. Over 8.5 minutes remaining.
And we've got time to thank another one of our sponsors on the PSP Network today, BSN. They create exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. From custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches' apparel to fanwear, branding, and more. They do it all. Contact your local BSN sales pro today in Western North Dakota. Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads postgame show also on the way. 14-13 as we play in the fourth quarter. Packers thinking Minot flinched a little bit. Well, it's going to be a loss anyway. The run game has definitely changed for Minot without Blake Anderson the entire second half, but in a drive like this, you have to hope the run game can get you down the field.
Yeah, they've started to ramp it up defensively. Like you said, since Anderson's been out of this ball game, really that first contact's coming in the backfield right there a number of times. It's setting Minot up in a second and long situation.
Well, Ryder Sutton look to pass here. The answer is yes. Scrambling out to his arm side, now throws across his body. It's picked off. West Fargo going the other way. Aiden Simic still on his feet to the 15-yard line. West Fargo's defense needed to make their big play today, and Aiden Simic pitches in.
You talked about it, the key words there, across your body. I like the play call. Get Sutton outside the pocket, electing to throw that ball back across his body. Simic with a big interception, setting them up. 1st and 10 from the 15. Great field position.
You've heard the Aiden Samick name a lot tonight on the offensive side. But
Don't be confused.
This is Aiden Simic with the interception for West Fargo. A chance to take the lead as they start in the Serve Pro red zone. Minot was only down to 10 players defensively. Caden Mello runs onto the field late. Snap. Back to Camarillo. The handoff to Samick. Samick, a lot of effort there for 9 yards, a couple of spins. Minot has a player down behind the play. It'll be 2nd and 1 once action resumes.
Once again, Owen, it's the yards after contact. It's the second, it's the third effort.
We are going to take a timeout on the PSP Network. 7:25 to go, fourth quarter. On the PNC National Bank scoreboard, you're watching 3A football, PSP Network.
At the same time, or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Verendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Verendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Back for 2nd down and 1. West Fargo has it at the 7. Wigestrand behind that big offensive line. First down, Packers.
Yeah, key phrase there. First down inside the 5, so a fresh set of downs. They're looking pretty content here to just keep handing this ball off. Look for it to be in Samick or Wigestrand's hands here.
Now, goal line, West Fargo went to the quarterback keeper a lot against Legacy. Camarillo had 2 rushing touchdowns against the Sabres last Friday. That's another option. Camarillo has Samick as his running back in the shotgun from the 3-yard line. It is a give. Aiden Samick on his feet into the end zone. West Fargo is back in front with 6.5 to play.
It's kind of all of a sudden out of that pile because Samick there 3 yards out, taking the lead here as West Fargo under 7 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Simic with the pick, Samick with the score. Packers lead 19-14, and I don't blame them here. They're going to chase those points and try and make this a 7-point game. If you miss, though, that leaves the door wide open.
Yeah, it's a tough call here, but you got it.
Again, who knows what Minot could even do with the extra points. So much here. West Fargo looking to play it with what seemed like the safe option right now of a 2-point conversion. Camarillo fakes, rolls out, throws. It's intercepted. No return there as Schindler picked it off in the end zone. So the 2-point conversion is no good. And there's the interesting side to it for West Fargo. Only a 5-point lead. But the defense is picking things up for the Packers right now. We'll be back in just a moment on the PSP Network.
Not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show is still ahead. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. We'll speak with the winning head coach, the Sport Clips MVP of the game. Going to make a promise that we're going to get that one on the air this week.
It's never for lack of effort. I want our viewers to know that. We're testing stuff, trying to get stuff right when we're down there. So
Corbin Kraft on the kick return for Minot. He will get out to the 20-yard line.
Get us another final here quick, Owen, from Cheyenne. Bismarck Century with a road win this evening, 17-13. Century over Cheyenne in that
Patriots' first win of the season.
Big win in that one.
One of the surprises in Double-A a little bit. Cheyenne off to a 1-2 start as well after being preseason number 1, but yeah, this is all in the non-conference.
Yeah,
it
correct.
happens every year.
It does.
West Fargo is the 2-win team that made it to the playoffs, and once you get to that point, who knows what's going to happen. They actually came here to Minot losing in the quarterfinal round. Quick hitter to Tariq Bell. He dropped it, though.
Yeah. Another instance where he's trying to make that subtle move without securing the football there. And you've seen it. We've said it, Owen. With Anderson out of this game, they're really electing to try and attack West Fargo through the air.
Plenty of time left in the fourth quarter. Each team with all 3 timeouts in their pocket. Minot High down by 5, so just a touchdown on its own will give them the lead back. Bell in motion from right to left behind quarterback Ryder Sutton. Hand off. A gain of 4 yards for Tegan Schindler.
Great read there, Poitra there. Minimal gain for Minot High, setting them up in 3rd and long here. See if you try and get Sutton outside the pockets, give him a chance to create something.
Last Last drive, though, ended in an interception when he was rolling out. Now again, the motion man, low snap. Sutton collects, throws, nearly another interception. Got away with one by skipping that pass to Ashton Wiggestrand. Fourth down, Minot.
It was the defensive line there, causing Sutton to get that ball out early, almost resulting in another turnover. But
it seemed that the snap kind of surprised him as well to start that play. Well, Minot, this is probably an okay time to still punt.
3 timeouts, a lot of time left in this ball game.
They've done this pooch punt almost every time, and it looks the same. Scary, though, not running back to return this. So it'll bounce at the 40, take somewhat of a Minot bounce, and then a West Fargo roll. Pallotta downs it at the 41. 19-14 lead for West Fargo on the road. We speak about this non-conference part of the schedule. It's so interesting what everybody makes of it. You know, Minot High, 9 of their last 10 losses. You go back through all these last couple of years, 9 of their last 10 losses are to EDC opponents. So whatever you do in the non-conference matters nothing to qualifying for the playoffs here and doing well in the postseason at that.
And with the size of each conference, you're playing more of these games these days. You're playing these. You used to play about 2 EDC. Now you're up to playing 4.
And 5 conference games.
Correct. You're seeing a lot of these teams every year now.
Aiden Samick, first down run to the 46-yard line, a gain of 5. Talk about playing teams so often. West Fargo trying to snap a 4-game losing streak to Minot. That's just over 3 years. They played each other twice last season, regular season and in the state quarterfinals. The head-to-head record 12 apiece. Wins between these two old rivals.
You got to believe it's something Minot High defensively they can do in these last 5 minutes, try and cause some type of turnover. West Fargo's really clicking up front, has really established himself again here in this second half, running the football incredibly well.
And a new ball carrier in there for West Fargo on 2nd down and 5, and it's going to lead to success. How about Owen Scoville?
Owen Scoville looked like it was about a 2-yard loss. Going to set them up in a 3rd and long situation, and he escapes down the sideline there, picking up a big first down for West Fargo.
In speaking with Coach Gibson before the game today, I brought up how many skill position players he has and trying to give them all the football. He says, yeah, I got that, and then I have more guys off the bench that I need to get in the game. He mentioned Cedric Patterson. There's Owen Scoville, the senior, off the sideline with a big run. There's just more and more for West Fargo to go to on offense. Clock running 4:36 in the 4th quarter. 1-yard run for Ashton Wiggestrand. Minot High brings in a whole new defensive line. DeMakis, Risbert, and Henderson.
Still a lot of time. We're still over 4 minutes. This snap probably come under 4 minutes, but see if you can create a negative play here. If you're Minot High, try and set them up. You've had a lot of success when you've got them in those 3rd and long situations.
Camarillo under center.
There's foul.
Slot dive play to Beckett, foul. And that offensive line is so fun to watch for the Packers tonight.
I could see foul. You've seen the misdirection there. I believe they're 3 for 3 Owen on for first down.
Yeah, I wish I got a Ryan Family Dealerships replay of that one because I thought that was the center lead blocking Asher Poitras, almost like a center pull right there for West Fargo. Lead blocking for Beckett, foul, and giving them a first down. Minot, I mean, you probably wait until there's 2 minutes to go to start calling timeouts if the drive lasts that long for West Fargo. Wiggestrand, right on his average of 7 yards a carry. This one's actually going to go for 8. And now a timeout.
Yeah, Minot's going to elect to start using their timeouts here.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. Just 3 minutes, 24 seconds remaining tonight. Packers with the football at 5 on the PSP Network.
Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, this game started out in the ideal fashion for the West Fargo Packers. A 10-play drive, didn't even go to the air. 70 yards and a rushing score. That was key number one for Coach Jay Gibson. Established the ground game today. And then Minot High, a first half comeback to take a 14-7 lead in the break. It's been 12 unanswered points in the second half for West Fargo, trying to run out the clock just like how they started the game here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 2. And movement.
I think the offense moved first, though.
Yeah, Scary, he's going to say maybe he was going in motion, but it caused the defense to flinch.
Correct.
Or it caused the defense to run. Alexander started sprinting into the backfield. The reason why Scary might not get his way is because he didn't really run in motion.
No, he didn't.
Stopped, which made it look a lot more like a false start than it was.
Oh, they're going to get Alexander.
So Scary going in motion, which is completely legal to do. Gets Alexander to jump off sides.
Big first down as well. Another set of downs here.
Moves West Fargo into the Surf Pro red zone at the 19. Camarillo keep. Not much doing there. And a timeout taken by head coach Chauncey Hendershot of Minot High. Feels like there's still a lot of time left to be taking those timeouts, but really can't risk it here if you're Minot.
Yeah, and you've got them in a 2nd and long there. I like this. I like the timeout here. That kind of it's maybe call it an early timeout, but you got to use them. Try and gain possession here, and maybe a turnover. Maybe force them into a 3rd and long. Something. Maybe a long field goal. There's a lot of possibilities. I like the timeouts here with 3 minutes remaining.
Well, thank you for spending the end of your Friday night with us here in Minot. The 8 p.m. kicks are done from now on. This is it. Enjoy it while it's here. Yeah, it's like the Pac-12 going away. Can't stay up too late anymore on Fridays. Next week, though, how about 5 more football games on the PSP network? We will be at Sentinel Stadium. Not us, though.
No.
You will be at Fargo, so
I'm
good
making the
luck
trip.
with that. Minot High at Shanley next week. Minot North is at home against Fargo North. Also broadcast from Dickinson, Des Lacs, and Bismarck.
We're covering it all. We're going to be every corner of the state. Scary.
A lot more there. It's a shoulder down into Tegan Schindler. It runs out of bounds at the 5. That is another West Fargo first down.
They've been so successful with that, getting on that edge there. You see that next level speed from Scary that makes him so special. Actually had him out about call it the 5 maybe.
Yeah.
So another first down though.
Well, Magic gets a hold on to a timeout. He ran out of bounds. There's the positive for them. Touchdown pretty much feels like it ices this game, but still 3 minutes to go. Strand stopped at the 4. And the Magi will not call their 3rd and final timeout just yet.
You could see it the way the offensive play calling for Minot High, how much it changes without Blake Anderson in the mix there. He went down with that injury, and it really changed what Minot High was doing, and West Fargo's continue to run the football here really well this second half and trying to close this out.
Second and goal play call, just handed off to Ashton Wiggestrand. This time gains another 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and goal, and there is timeout number 3 from Minot. Mentioned Anderson, of course, even before this game started, he's not the only piece to that offense
Correct.
that they're missing. Their fullback, Jackson Dahl, he does a lot of work in a lot of different ways. He's out. They did say not a season-ending knee injury, a chance for him to return. Obviously, by next week, have an update on Blake Anderson. He went out at the very end of the second quarter today and did not return to the game. He had his helmet taken away today.
He is off the crutches, though.
Yeah.
He is walking around that sideline, so a bit of positive news there if you're a Minot High football fan, but you're in must stop here. We're 3rd and 2. Ball's on the 2. You put quite the decision if they don't get this and they're about a yard short or even 2. You got a 5-point game, but first off, you got to get a stop here on 3rd down. Anything you got to do, maybe looking at, kind of look at anyone. They've had Scary on that end around. They've had Foul on that misdirection up the middle there on the dive fake. So, and then don't forget about Camarillo. You said it with his feet. They've had a lot of success with the quarterback power as well.
And 2 rushing scores last week for Ryan Camarillo. Minot got the stop initially. Did West Fargo get the extra effort? He will be short. So again, decision time for Jay Gibson. If you kick a field goal and make it, it's still only a 1-possession game at 22-14. If you go for it, you might just win it right here with 2:05.
I ain't kicking it. I ain't kicking it. Coach Gibson ain't kicking it either. He's saying, hey, let's maybe run this all the way down. We're taking a timeout. We're getting our best play call in, and we're going to try and secure this big win on the road. And if you don't get it, Owen, you're asking Minot High to go 99 yards the length of the field.
All the way down to about 135, 138. And they'll call the timeout at 139. West Fargo has 2 timeouts remaining. Timeout sponsor is, of course, First International Bank and Trust, a full-service family-owned independent community bank built on the bond between their employees and customers, founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. 19-14 the score. West Fargo in the lead, trying to snap a 4-game losing streak to Minot High and also get win number 1 in 2025. They have been as close as you can be to beating 2 ranked teams already. As they are 0-2, they could just as easily be 2-0 and in that top 5 in the state.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at Camarillo on this play. I just run a simple sneak. I'm not going to get too cute. I trust Camarillo. I trust the boys up front to try and get this job done here and make this a 2-possession game and all but secure a W here if I'm West Fargo.
Minot High out of timeouts. West Fargo 2 to go. To reset things with a minute 39 in the 4th quarter on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High defensively going to fill up the line of scrimmage. Camarillo will go under center. Has Scoville behind him, it looks like. It's going to be Camarillo himself. And he is.
Oh, my goodness. He might be short, Owen.
A turnover on downs inside the 1.
We're having a
official signals a turnover.
What a stop by the Magi defense, giving them life here. 95 seconds left, down 5.
Couldn't even tell you who that was.
Yeah, there's a host of them.
Let's try and watch this a third time. Ludwig came in late. It was Neff, 60, that kind of pulled Camarillo back. Also Risbert at the ankles. So Minot, 99 yards and about 2 feet as well to get in the end zone and win this game.
We talk about the speedsters out there. Look for Bell. See if you can get a matchup you like. Maybe something in the middle of the field here with the speedster.
Sutton from 5 yards deep in his own end zone. Scrambling. Now pressured. He's in the back of the end zone. Gets it away, incomplete. And awareness. Oof. We talk about his pocket awareness. How about the end zone awareness right there to avoid the safety?
Get the ball out. You can't have the holding as well. That's another thing. Can't have the holding call in the end zone. It's going to be a safety. So
a lot of people maybe say run it out of the shadow gun goalpost. the way West Fargo's going to push right now, if you run it, that might end up in 2 points for the Packers.
Yeah, absolutely. I still like Sutton. Get him rolling. Get him outside the pocket. You can use the middle of the field. You got plenty of time here. I know they don't have any timeouts, but you can use the whole field here.
It came up short in this situation last week against Cheyenne. It was probably sitting on Sutton's mind the whole week.
Oh,
On out play, he's got an open man right toward the middle of the field. Still going is Corbin Kraft. He's got to get down. He's thrown down. Forward progress going to stop at the 14-yard line. But the clock is going to run down, or it's going to run once they set the chains at 1:13. Sutton's going to get to the line and spike it. Kraft, the sophomore, one of those catch, get out of bounds, right?
Yeah, I thought he had some room. It's tough. He's trying to make a play. You know, he saw something he liked that thought he could pick up a few extra yards, but he elected and some more time off the clock, and Minot High elects to spike it on that one to get to second down.
Well, they put Sutton back in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Kraft in motion. Goes to the slot on the right side. Sutton, deep drop back.
Screen.
Underneath the screen pass goes to Schindler. Sorry, that was Sprague's. Now it was Schindler. Number 5 with the catch and run of 8 yards. Back on the line, the Magi go. Can't really spike it right now. Got to run a play. Sutton right to the sticks.
Good protection there. Should be enough to move it. I think it's right at the marker.
It was caught by Bell. Threw it off the face of his own lineman. That might actually waste some time. Do give him the first down. Clock stops. And then the spike. Only 1 second comes off the clock there between the plays. About 50 seconds have gone away. The Magi have moved 23 yards.
Yeah, some great defensive, kind of that shell coverage is what West Fargo's doing, not allowing anything down the field there, taking the underneath is Minot High and Sutton here on this drive, but got to hit a big play here. Running out of time as we tick under 45 seconds.
Clock stopped until the snap. Sutton looking deep down the field, 4 vertical routes, threw it into coverage, deflected and nearly intercepted by the Packers. He was going after Bell. 4 receivers kind of all in that same area, and there was even more white jerseys.
I don't mind. You got to make something happen. Yes. I know he's throwing into traffic there, but you got to try and create something down the field there, taking a shot. West Fargo had a good opportunity at ending this ball game, but
now it is 3rd down. Remember the spike on 1st down after Bell made the catch at the 24, and then the incompletion. So this will be 3rd down for Minot at their own 24-yard line. Sutton steps up, now runs, has it in the left arm, sprinting towards the sideline. Now up, he has the first down to the 40, holds on to the football, clock will stop again. Spotted at the 42. Get on it with 27 seconds.
To get set.
Gets the spike at 25. So Sutton, running, that has been a great characteristic of his. Of course, that's how, unfortunately, that Cheyenne game ended, with him running out the clock. Still got to look downfield, but, that was a good decision right there. The pocket collapsed around him.
Absolutely, yeah. Take what they give you there. Great job on that run. Got to look at Ludwig here, 6'3". Maybe get him a little jump ball opportunity.
Looking that way. Sutton will run again. Get out of bounds at the 46. 18 seconds to go.
Here's what they're thinking now. Get enough. Maybe probably get to that 40, 45-yard line on the West Fargo end, so you take that shot to the end zone, and try and get ideally, try and get a couple shots to the end zone is what you like, but even one is what Minot High is trying to get done here.
And Magi have some time to breathe right now as Sutton runs out of bounds. Down to 13 on the play clock as they break the huddle. Ludwig, the lone receiver here, is being covered on the line of scrimmage by Ashton Wigestrand. Flags as there was some movement before the snap.
Oh,
false start against Minot. well. 3rd and 10 from the 42. Yeah, 2 guys now covering up Ludwig, the guy you had pointed out a couple plays ago.
Double move.
Sutton in the middle of the field has Bell. He's across that target you just made at the 40s to the 39-yard line. Maybe got a little bit farther than that, but that's where you're going to rule him. Now they move it up to the 38. Still some confusion. The spot at the 39. Sutton, another spike. 6 seconds are left. If you take the deep shot here, this is the last play of the game.
You got to. I think you got to do it here. It's so hard to get that quick. They're really defending the sidelines. They're going to take the sideline away.
They're going to put 3 more seconds on the
clock. Now it's a different story.
So maybe it just didn't stop after Bell made that catch. Didn't wait until the chains were set. So 9 seconds left gives you 2 chances here.
Look for Ludwig here on this near sideline. Try and maybe get a quick out route, then take your shot.
3 receivers to the wide side. Sutton all the way down the field. Pressure. Clock's at 5. He's going to get out of bounds with 3 seconds. He learned from last week. And now it comes down to one final play officially.
Great
Coach
awareness.
Hendershot in his quarterback's ear, letting him know that this has to be in the end zone. In the air, not on the ground.
It will be the last play of this game, barring a penalty. Could be a penalty defense. You just never know, but we've seen a number of those. But the key is buying time here. Gibson's got to buy some time here. Sutton has to buy some time here to get that ball off into the end zone.
38 yards away, they need the end zone. He's got plenty of time. He's going to scramble as well, set up, throw, hit as he throws it short of the end zone. Can Bell make the catch? Knocked down by the Packers. West Fargo picks up win number 1 of the 2025 season. Minot on the final drive of the game, again, just falls a little bit short. Well, these WDA matchups after dark have not disappointed. Too bad they're going away after this week. A fun one tonight at DeWayne Carlson Stadium. Your final score, West Fargo 19, Minot 14. Planning Team Financial Advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Coming up next, Bryce Goodek on the field with winning coach and Sport Clips MVP.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
To introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Oh, 3A football and high school football in the state of North Dakota in general has not been disappointing over the first 4 Fridays. 3 Fridays in 3A and another down-to-the-wire finish in Minot, North Dakota. West Fargo will win it 19-14 as we bring you in to the planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Shots Crossroads is your postgame headquarters. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Well, our scoring summary, back and forth it went. It started out so strong for West Fargo today. A 10-play, all-running, 70-yard touchdown drive out of the gates to take a 7-0 lead. Minot will respond with back-to-back touchdowns in the first half. A 29-yard run by Ryder Sutton to get them on the board and tie the game at 7. Then Sutton, a 55-yard touchdown pass to Tariq Bell, gave him a 14-7 lead at the break. But 12 unanswered by the Packers in the second half. They had their way defensively, even with the injury to Blake Anderson playing a part in it for Minot High a little bit. He was also out on the defensive side. West Fargo found the running game again. It was Aiden Samick with 2 rushing touchdowns in the second half, 1 from 11 yards out and 1 from 3 to give West Fargo a 19-14 lead. And Minot, one last heave from the 38-yard line, is batted down, and the Packers improve to 1-2 in the new season. Our Bryce Gunick is down on the field right now with the winning head coach of the West Fargo Packers, Jay Gibson, and also our Sport Clips MVP. Got to take a quick picture, and then it's time to go on live television. Your final score again tonight on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. West Fargo 19, Minot High 14. Bryce, when you're ready, you can take it away.
Oh, and you got us up there?
Sure do.
I'm here with Coach Gibson. We were just talking. You've seen it all. You've been around for about 35 years with this program and doing it. It's just never easy winning on the road and winning in AAA football at this level.
No, it's really not. And this year the teams seem to be a little more level than in the past few years. Like Cheyenne was dominant, and you go backwards, and there's many teams that are that way. We were actually that way back in 2000, but that's a long time ago. I have seen a lot, and when they got the ball, when we didn't score on the 6-inch line, whatever it was, of course my guys all told me that we scored, so I'll go with I'll believe them. But when they got the ball, I thought in my mind, if we could keep them in the end zone, if you have a penalty in the end zone, you get a safety. And that would have sealed the deal. But I got to give credit to them. And I don't know the name, so I can only say their quarterback is so shifty. And he scored a wonderful touchdown in the first half. And so to contain him, and he still got first downs. He would scramble and get the first down, which is like, oh no, now they can clock it, and then no time was coming off the clock. But we made the tackle, and we didn't let them go the distance. And then it got down to 3 seconds, and they threw one relatively close, and we played a little volleyball with it between their receiver and 2 of our guys, our 2 defenders, and we're so happy it hit the ground. Our guys are really excited. I don't know how to say this, but it's been 3 years since we've beat a team that's reputable. We've had wins, but they were teams that had ended up with a record that was less than ours. So we haven't, and Minot's really a good program, and Chauncey's wonderful. He's a good coach. So I'm extremely excited and elated that we finally got a W.
I got one more question. There's a few things that could keep you here all night, but you got a long bus ride. I want to talk about just the plethora of weapons you have offensively and just kind of the challenge of getting these guys touches and carries on the offensive side of the football for you.
It is a problem. And we have a couple, three good running backs. We have what I think are good receivers, but for some reason we were out of kilter today and we couldn't catch a pass. I told the guys running the chains, I said, someday a West Fargo kid's going to catch a pass. And I said, it might not be tonight, but someday we're going to get one. It's going to happen. And so that will add options to us when the quarterbacks get more comfortable and start throwing the ball better. We have 3 junior linemen and 2 sophomore linemen. And they're big fellas, and we haven't had big fellas like that in a long time. And they waddle ahead, and we've got a couple nifty running backs that you probably would yell at for not running fast, but what they're doing is they're going back and forth and trying
patient.
Oh my gosh, they're patient, and they're trying to find a seam, and then when they see it, they hit it pretty hard. So I actually didn't think we could run that well, and that was the difference for us in the game.
Well, congratulations. I could talk to you all night. I could just sit here and talk football, but I'm going to let you go. Go enjoy the victory. Have safe travels home, and I'm going to bring in the MVP. Congratulations, Coach Gibson.
Yep, and thank you guys for covering it. My son and my wife couldn't come, and they I said, here, you got to try this. This station works, and so I'm really happy you do that. There's I know nowadays everything is on and digital, but I just want you to know your effort is probably not thanked a lot, but the people really appreciate it.
And you have no idea how much that means to hear that. And we're going to continue to do it. We're going to continue to be there. But, yeah, awesome. We love hearing that. But congratulations, Coach. Great win. 1-2 makes the bus ride a little definitely enjoyable on a long trip home.
We can start a streak now. We got 1. 2 is a streak to me.
You heard it. You heard it. The West Fargo Packers looking to start a streak here, Owen. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Yep. I want to bring in MVP Ashton Wiggestrand. Ashton, we know what Samick brings to the table. We know what Scarry brings to the table. You're bringing just this different dynamic to this offense. Talk about just taking advantage of your opportunities with the touches you're getting in the backfield for this offense.
Well, we have a really good starting running back. You know, he's committed at MSUM. So every time I'm in there, I just got to make the most of it and do my best.
Talk about the big boys up front. I mean, they were terrific in this one right from the get-go, just to push and really relying on the run game tonight.
Yeah, they give you the holes. You just got to capitalize, find them, and go. I mean, you can't be a running back without a line. So
a tough couple last week. 2 games that you could have been easily on the other side of, a couple 1-point defeats, another close game tonight. Just talk about the fight of this West Fargo team and just being relentless and what you had to do to get a win on the road tonight.
You know, we have a lot. That's a tough question. I don't know. We just have a lot of heart. We don't give up. I mean, first half didn't go our way, as you could see. We were losing 14-6. We started playing as a team in the second half and just ended up getting the W.
Well, you know what time it is now. I'm going to go let you go eat. I know you're hungry. I know you got a long bus ride home. But tonight, Sport Clips MVP, West Fargo Packers 1-2, big win on the road for this team. Congratulations, Ashton. Go and enjoy it.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Owen P., I could have sat down here about all night and talked with Coach Gibson, but these 8 o'clock starts. We better get to the postgame show and try and wrap this up, bud.
It is about your bedtime, Bryce. I could stay up here and listen to those interviews all night long as well, but we've got more of our planning team financial advisors, Sean's Crossroads postgame show to get to shortly after this break. 19-14 the final. West Fargo ends up in front.
8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it. Dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Rooted in the heart of our vibrant communities stands Bravera Bank, offering complete financial services for banking, wealth management, and insurance. From home loans and checking accounts
Let me tell you about the cashback rewards with this account.
to wealth management, we'll help you forge your path ahead.
Let's create a plan to reach your financial goals. Sounds great.
With specialty insurance coverage, our advisors ensure your operation can carry on.
Looks like it's going to be a great harvest.
We're back in the Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show. West Fargo 19, Minot High 14. The final score today here at the PSP Network and specifically at the Wayne Carlson Stadium. Doing what we've become to love the most, which is wrap up a night of high school football in North Dakota with a thrilling end to a football game. This time it goes to the visitors for the second week in a row from West Fargo 19-14.
I mean, what a game. How about Coach Gibson? He's just still 35 years of doing it. He was just ecstatic with the effort of his guys and just knowing, falling short those first couple weeks. And he just speaks so high. I could have talked to him all night. You would have had to probably cut me off there pretty quick. Him and I could have chatted all night. So excited for his football team, and he knows he's just so excited for his guys. The offensive line, he talked about the youth. They had a big game tonight, and look for these skilled guys. We talk about Wigestrand. So much, everyone kind of keen on Samick and Scarry. Watch out for Wigestrand, man. He runs hard. He runs angry. And then, oh, by the way, you throw in Beckett Fowl there, and they didn't really have to attack through the air tonight, Owen.
I'm trying to think of more than one completion that they had tonight. I know there was probably more than that, but none of them come to mind for West Fargo today. It was all done on the ground, and it was enough to pick up the win. We already went through the scoring summary as you're setting up that interview.
Thank you, sir.
All we got to do is hand out some awards now. We'll start out with our Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. As always, it's time to bring a spa to your home. Stop into Magic City Home Leisure on South Broadway, and you'll find a massive inventory and a next-level sales team that can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Magic City Home Leisure. Obviously, we love the offense. Those always get the highlight reels, but the play that set up the winning touchdown for West Fargo, the Samick score, was the Simic interception, giving West Fargo the ball in plus territory, and that led them on the way to touchdown. That's my bid for a move of the game tonight. Do you have to argue?
I'm not going to argue. I am going to make in a losing effort. That play that Sutton made, that run from 29 yards was special, and Coach Gibson said it. They've got something in Ryder Sutton. He is going to continue to grow. There's going to be some bumps. He understands that, but some of the plays he made tonight, they're special. Just a sophomore, but yeah. Ending up Simic with the interception. I got it right? Okay, yes. Simic picked that one off, setting them up in great field position. And Minot High, they answered, though. They get the big stop on fourth down. They get the last possession. You never know, but terrific effort by especially the defensive end on the defensive end by West Fargo tonight in that second half.
Aiden Simic, the interception, also grabs the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game tonight. How about the Sport Clips MVP? A lot of nominees for this one, Bryce. You chose Ashton Wigestrand out of that whole room of running backs. Aiden Samick, 2 second-half rushing touchdowns, but you went with Wigestrand. Why?
It just could have been a number of guys, but I really – what Wigestrand is bringing to this offense, it's his ability – he runs through the tackles. He's a physical kid, and you've got Samick. He's got that patience. He's got that burst. He gets to the outside. So does Scary. Special kids. And Wiggestrand just a different dynamic that fits in really well with this offense. A kid that's really taking advantage of his opportunities. He's earning more opportunities, and he's just a big piece to what West Fargo is doing offensively.
MVP of the game brought to you each night by Sport Clips. They bring you the MVP of the matchup and the MVP haircut experience. Check in online with hairstyles today at sportclips.com or use the app. Well, for these two teams, where they go from here, still a lot of football to play. 6 games still in the regular season for them. 1 non-conference matchup left, and then you get into the conference schedule. We'll start with West Fargo. What's next for the 1-2 Packers? They get on the bus again to head to Bismarck, a matchup with the Century Patriots, another 1-2 team. And you look at it, Bryce, both Century and West Fargo, as much as they are 1-2, these are teams that could be right up there record-wise as the best in 3A football. That is going to be a very interesting matchup that we will have on the PSP Network.
Century coming off that big win tonight, beating a very good Cheyenne team. Walking in on homecoming night there for the Mustangs, a big win for them, getting them the 1-2, and West Fargo's very comparable. You talk about, I was talking to a few players, they were like, it's just such a long trip, but it's so much enjoyable driving that 3.5, 4 hour bus ride with a W. They're not going to get home till 3 a.m. So it was a little easier to swallow for them with a big win and looking to gain some momentum. Like Coach Gibson said, hey, let's go on a streak. Let's try and get hot here getting into EDC competition.
Meanwhile, for the Minot High Magicians, after back-to-back home games and home losses, they will head east again to Shanley, a dangerous place to play, a dangerous team to play as well in the Deacons. As we said in the pregame show, Minot High, their first 0-3 start since the 1997 season. But let me be optimistic once again. They went all the way to the state semifinals. They were 1 point away, losing to the eventual state champion Dickinson Midgets that year. Right away from the Dakota Bowl. I mean, Minot High has so much season ahead of them and so much growth to do.
And they've got another huge challenge next week. We know what Shanley can do offensively. They're going to move the ball through the air. They're putting up points at a very impressive rate. They put up 39 tonight against a good Bismarck High football team. The biggest question mark, you're going to look at Anderson. Mm-hmm. You're going to look at the health, because with Anderson out of this lineup, it changed things. They weren't able to run the football in the second half after he went down. They relied on Sutton tremendously, and it's just a huge dynamic. It's a huge change on what they love to do in the run game and offensively.
Well, that does it for our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game show tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed all of our high school football coverage on the PSP Network. 5 games on a single Friday. Hey, we're going to do it again next week. 5 more games for you on Friday night, a week from today. For our great crew putting on today's show in mind, I'm my color commentator, Bryce Gudnick. I'm Owen Patterson. Repeating your final score for the final time. West Fargo 19, Minot High 14. Packers get win number 1, of which should be quite a few in this 2025 season. Hopefully you'll join us earlier in the week for some more volleyball and soccer action on the PSP Network. But until then, have a good night, everybody.
The nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, Coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here. Hit off, 7, pressure, points, yeah! It takes expertise to be a Sport Clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot! Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.